connectivity?
Hmm.
I am working on it, but it is not.
Oh wow. That's a weird Digimon.
It's not really on our side though. It's just like an issue. Not bad. I didn't mean to watch her on stream.
Strike Dramon.
So I wonder if what if there's something else I can do? By the way, we're on new internet.
Whoa, internet.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. This is a ridiculous thing here.
What is it?
So basically, the YouTube connectivity is not working, and it's not my fault. It's like just the way Google is, and I'm trying to salvage this particular broadcast that I can't. We'll see. It's not a big deal, but I'll try to make this work. By the way, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is the best-selling fighting game in the first week out of any fighting game in the past like 4 years or something like that. It's like ridiculous.
Dang.
Ridiculous. Who actually plays Grand Blue in America? Pretty sure no one.
I don't remember what we were doing, if we were doing anything.
I wonder if we can up the stream quality now that we have better internet. Wouldn't that wreck other people's like broadcast though? Like,
I don't know. Maybe.
like someone with shitty internet's like watching, and then we like up the stream quality and they just die. They're like, oh my god, I can't watch. We lose all of our one viewer.
One of them. All one.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. This strategy.
Your speed's not high enough. And for you, it's because your cam isn't high enough. And then you're just sitting there. You, it's because your cam isn't high enough. You're technically not there. I'm gonna do that. I think it's 3 was the one that Emon's on.
It's like he's crunching on bones. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah, big cam up 5, thanks.
Where is... Oh, I counted this as social.
Social. Okay, this was my farm area. I was farming before. Nothing.
Mortal Kombat? Someone's playing Mortal Kombat.
You ready for the save?
Oh god.
Oh, 20 more hours.
Almost there. Marathon time. When we reach 1,000, we should have an 1,000-hour marathon.
How long is 1,000 hours?
41 days.
Heck yeah.
If we only played in 12-hour sessions, it would be double that. 80 mornings. Okay. Here I am. Connect this bad boy.
That's enough. Now I'm here too. So, you are the helper? Very well. It only makes you more worthy of destruction. Ew, I heard about you. You're going campaigns with that. You're asking why? It is my impulse! I simply want to break things? What the heck? Also, your mouth on your chest is moving. I don't know if you know that. Overwhelming ill will of humanity in cyberspace is eating away at me directly. Trick is my impulse, break, destroy, shatter, roar, XD. There's something wrong with him, Marina. I want to break things. I want to break things. This impulse is all humans' fault. Destruction. You're saying it's our fault? If destruction impulses, then you do something. You take responsibility for your actions. Even I know that. Ha. Can you not? Maybe. Okay, I guess we're gonna fight this guy, or what? Why is he way up there? What? Wait, is this a different kind of fight? Apparently not. Apparently we're just flying, I guess.
Were you expecting it to force you
Like,
to use...
what
like,
is... oh, gosh!
What the heck?
Punch his brain.
Oh.
I'm gonna get sick.
Oh, the spinning.
I'm already sick.
Oh my god.
I'm already sick.
Oh, jeez. Hang on.
I'm already sick. Okay, finally hit him with the bug. Oh, he resists it! No! Okay. Dang it! No!
Alright, I'm back. I'll just have to... I'll actually, might not be able to salvage the whole thing,
Okay.
but I'm gonna do a different thing instead.
Well. Yes! Okay. He keeps bifrosting like an idiot. Also, freaking All-Force Vmon is not helping.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, I got this team.
Oh yeah, the big boys.
Well, now I actually don't know
Isn't Garurumon a man?
He's just a guy. He's got pants.
Yeah. He's a man that at the full moon turns into a Garurumon.
Full moon kick.
That's awesome.
You're not gonna do anything.
Has anyone ever made a game where you're a guy that turns into a werewolf?
Not that I know of.
Or turns into a wolf, I guess, who is a werewolf. And like you can play as both, and it's not Sonic. And it has a better mechanic than
And
just,
it's
like,
not Sonic.
Well, I don't mean that like the whole game changes. I mean like that he just has like a mode, like Devil Trigger or something, and he's like a werewolf. Where he like
I
turns
don't
into a wolf
know.
and kicks
There's
ass.
Jekyll and Hyde.
I don't think you understand what he does. Well, no, like, is there a fighting game where there's a dude who just like turns into a wolf and like can fight? Like
Oh,
an install, like an install.
Like yeah, there's a whole game where that's the mechanic of the whole game.
What?
They turn into were people instead
Really?
of yeah.
What?
It's called Bloody Roar.
Damn it, you're right.
One of them's a wolf, I bet.
That's an awesome game.
Yeah, I remember I played that game a long time ago.
It's awesome.
I haven't played it in a long time though.
Same.
Go somewhere with a human? Me? What rubbish!
This might be the last game that we record like this, because we're gonna have to make some changes.
Okay.
Apparently, we can't trust those people over on the West Coast to hold up their end of the bargain. That's all I'm saying. I don't like we have partner.
Yeah.
Duh,
Nice.
duh, duh. She's got some like nasty crud all over her chest. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Not that I was looking at her chest.
I was.
Oh. I was looking
It's
at his
freaking front and center. And her butt crack is so...
chest. Yeah, it's like really tight. Like she's tightening on purpose.
I know, she's like...
Just in case anyone tries to stab my butthole.
Yep.
I will block it and parry.
No questions about her. I'll develop a new blend for her.
Her face is so flat, it's odd.
One of my 4 masterpieces was her idea.
What is bonito?
Bonito is like a flake. I think it's like a fish flake. I don't...
A fish flake?
Bonito means beautiful in Spanish.
Beautiful fish flake.
But I don't know if anything else about it.
It just went from one cutscene to another.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, it's gonna be really small. Rare! From a call from Date.
Date. Date.
Date.
Great, great.
If an eater has appeared, maybe the conditions have changed. Head over there.
What if we did a thing where, like, we played games that we suggest for each other,
Yeah.
but we don't tell the other that we've modded it in some way. But like you don't know what the mod is right away. So like you just play the game and then like something happens.
There's a mod. This is gonna spoil something, but
Okay.
that I might have wanted to do. It's Mario 64, but every single object in the game is a coin.
Oh.
So like the poles and stuff are coins, and like the platforms that spin are coins. And
But
like,
you see that.
yeah.
So it's like obvious right away.
Oh, it's very obvious.
Well, no,
I mean,
I
like
know,
kind
but
of like
what I'm saying is,
sneakily not obvious.
Yeah, like you play Resident Evil 2, except I don't tell you that Mr. X is like, you know, Shrek or something, and like at first you're just like playing the game, and then
Like, oh, this is nice, and then like,
he shows
let's
up.
go give it to you. And it's freaking.
Because it doesn't happen right away, so
Yeah.
there's like a reveal. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
We didn't get any XP from that fight because we didn't kill him.
Yeah, you didn't kill him.
So-
did you recruit him?
He was like, it's not like I like you or anything. Fuck.
Okay, well.
He basically was
same
like,
thing, I guess.
I don't want to be friends with you, but I also understand where you're coming from in saying that I shouldn't just judge humans based on.
You've beat
People
the
or
sense
whatever.
so far into me that I at least see your view.
Yeah,
Yes.
a little. But I still don't. I'm not happy about it.
Why does it take mindless violence to?
I should check. I'm gonna
convince
check the board.
people?
I don't know. It's always how it is, right?
Well,
You have to fight Team Rocket before they go, oh, you know what? We're evil.
so tonight I'm gonna scroll through thousands of. Well, maybe not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna scroll through thousands of Gundam games to try and find one that we can put on the lineup.
Just give him a swift kick in the pants. Hey.
Yeah, I'll try. Otherwise, there's obviously other stuff like this.
Yeah.
We could probably do a Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I want to play Tactics, but that's probably something I want to just do on my own, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if you're interested in Tactics.
I don't know. Maybe I would be.
There's a Twitch stream. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a Twitch stream where people basically like register a team on Tactics, and then they battle automatically. That they have like an AI fight with other teams, and then there's a bracket and everything, and so these teams like compete, and it's crazy to see like what the AI does. And you're like, oh my god, the AI is doing this crazy thing, and it's like I didn't expect this team to win, and like so.
Okay.
People modded Tactics to like have this crazy Twitch stream, basically, which I think is cool. And people talk about it like it's. Why are there guys with guns?
I went behind them, turned invisible, and then they didn't see me.
Have you seen Styx?
Styx? Like
Yeah.
River?
It's a game called Styx. You play as a goblin or something, and you're like a
Oh.
stealthy goblin in a world
Maybe
of
I have.
humans.
Maybe I have seen this.
It looks kind of Tolkien-esque.
Tolkien-y.
Yeah, but it's a stealth game.
It's a very Tolkien.
But it reminded me of that because you have a move where you turn invisible,
Okay.
like temporarily, and so you can just like get seen and then like go behind a box and turn invisible, and they're like, "Huh? I'll
Where'd he
find
go?
you next time."
Where'd he go? I was already in this area. It's gonna teleport me in this area, yeah. No more boxes on the sides. There's one over there I have to get, and there's one over there I have to get.
Yeah, what?
There were people here before, I think. Capsule B.
You know, what's interesting about this game is that here's an item on the other side.
Okay.
This game kind of, I think, will spark a bit of a resurgence in popularity for Digimon games, at least in the West, as far as I understand it.
Yeah.
It may be the beginning of kind of a bunch of better games.
Digimon Survive.
Like, well, maybe, I don't know what that one's like, but basically, apparently this game was so successful compared to the ones before it that, you know, this could spark an era. I mean, look at Yakuza. There's a ton of games coming out. And they even have like a ton of budget to do like a couple other things that they want to do as well. Not just port Yakuza games for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
We did the whole series basically. Like, jeez. Mondo, Digimondo.
Mondo Digimondo. Ice Leomon. Haven't we already fought this guy?
I don't remember. I guess, do you have to do these side fights again?
I guess. This is Shin Megami Tensei feeling to me.
What, the gates?
You walk around a big, large area, fight a dude. You walk around the next side, and then when you come back to the dungeon, you have to do it a second time.
That's... no comment.
It's like doing the floors of the, I was just like Kowloon of the, of the Mala network. Okay, this thing. I don't remember what level that thing was when I first put it in my party. Ooh. Horn Buster! Buster Horn.
How do they talk?
Some of them can't,
Really?
but most of them do.
Even if they look like they can't.
Yeah. They kind of just use their minds.
I guess, yeah.
They-
There's software.
Yeah. They don't ever, like, safety water.
They never explain the talking. Do they?
Not really.
Do they?
Some of them, like, have mouths, and they move them
Yeah.
when they talk. But most of them just kind of look at you and just, like, talk at you. And you're like, okay.
A lot of them don't move their mouths in season 1.
Yeah.
Like, even like Agumon, I don't think moves his mouth necessarily.
Who does? Oh, it's an eater.
Oh. I thought you beat an eater.
I know, I thought I did too. I'm, like, so confused.
Like, what the?
Ah. Thanks, Galantmon. Thanks for everything. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here trying to fight some dudes, and you're. Is that? Oh, is that?
He's really close to that eater. He's clipping inside of it. Oh, no.
Oh, it's Arata.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be a jump scare
What?
because it cut out the black screen like really, really freaking like quickly. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a jump scare. No, not texture field. Data is converging. I like the dot sprites they made for every Digimon. They had to make one for every single Digimon in the game.
I wonder what game they pulled those from.
Some of them have to be new
Really? Oh, I suppose.
because some of them are new Digimon. So
They had to have a bank of sprites.
yeah, they probably did. That didn't actually heal as much as I thought it was gonna be. Oh baby.
Oh, baby.
A triple. Oh yeah. Attack down. Oops. That was a little better. I thought Arata was like, dude, stay out of my sight.
Dude!
Bro, what are you doing here?
Bruh. Bruh.
I watched. Oh.
Oh. Sorry.
I watched. So this guy makes what's it called? Eurobeat remixes of songs, mostly anime songs or anime related songs.
Yeah.
And one of the more recent ones is Eurobeat bruh sound effects. It just goes bruh, and like that's it. And it's really dumb, but it was funny. Oh, 321,000.
Wow.
I can't wait till the day we get 1 million.
Oh my god, that's coming soon.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
For what?
For everything.
For what?
Watch where you are. Hello, is he a eater? He has a cool arm now. Dude, look, he's got Shireen gun.
I was gonna say that he's the demi fiend, and that you're like one of the reasons.
So he's the main character?
Yeah, because that's what I was joking about before, where he's just the main character and you're just like some dude.
Yeah, you're not aware that he's supposed to be the main character.
Yeah. This has got to be something like that other than Harry Potter.
Yeah. Neville.
Yeah. Because that was like the ultimate, like, by the way, you're not actually the main character.
That's what is it? I think Earthbound kind of feels like that. Where it's like you are like the main character, but in the same vein, it's like you kind of just end up being the guy that ends everything.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay. I know that a lot of games will put you where you are.
Well,
Like you'll only see what they see and stuff.
you're okay. So Mother Games, welcome Darklaw. We started like I don't know 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like not too long ago.
Mother Games, you're right. Technically, the main character is not who you play as,
Yeah.
but they are the main character in their chapter of the story.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of both.
yeah.
It's a little bit of both. Yeah. So I know where you're getting at, though. I think
50%. Okay, I guess I'll just do this.
Just stab him in the face.
Dude,
Excuse me.
First off, the animations are on.
Oh, cool. He's got a Triforce.
It's the evolution insignia.
How are you doing today, Darklaw?
Dude,
having a good
Arata's
day.
too powerful.
Hope you're having a good night. Dude, this guy's awesome.
He's too strong.
Is this scripted? Yeah. Okay. I was like,
I was
what?
missing every time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure one of mine said hits every time. So.
Oh, dang, 10-hour shifts. That's rough, dude. Yeah, work was kind of stressful for me, but thankfully I had a lot of time where I could just sort of do other stuff. Buddy.
So Arata's Sasuke. He's becoming Mega Sasuke. He's got a Sharingan gun out.
I was saying he's like a 0 at this point. But that's just because I have a freaking humongous Capcom boner.
12-hour shifts. Dang.
Dang, that's your regular? That's rough, dude.
Oh dang, money's good. That's good though. At least you're getting good money. If you're working late or long hours and
Yeah,
not getting
don't let
anything
it-
for it.
Seriously, though. Don't let it, like, burn you out, you know? It's not all about money. But I understand. A lot of
Oh
it
my
is.
god, I must spit my drink out.
Why?
Freaking Omnimon. Just sitting there.
Okay. Benefits are good.
Examon, which we didn't deal with yet, I guess. Leopardmon, Dynasmon, Craniumon, and
Do you,
let's
do
see
you get
who.
paid for overtime?
Who is it? Who else is there? Oh, Crusadermon. Okay.
Oh, congrats, first day.
We're doing good.
I'm doing good. I got a lot of shit done today
I walked
around the house.
3
You did?
miles.
Where?
School.
Just at the school, yeah.
We had to walk 3 miles.
You guys don't often go on, like, outside trips,
Yeah.
do you?
We do it inside usually, which
Yeah.
we would do 3 miles, but
On the
it's boring.
campus. Was it gross?
So there
'Cause
was
yesterday was 75% humidity, by the way.
it wasn't too bad.
Literally. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
The ground was weird at one spot. There was just like rocks everywhere. I don't know why. Yeah, Examon's battle power is the highest among all Royal Knights. What a pair of idiots. (6 a.m. to 4 p.m.) What do you do if you feel comfortable singing?
Dang, 6 a.m.
That jerk of a hunk. Obadiah or whatever she said. Okay. That's really cool. Seems like something I would see on, like, Discovery Channel.
Oh, recycling. Dang, what the heck? Yo, it sucks. A lot of these games only came out in Japan.
Oh, the Gundam ones?
Well, I'm looking up. I'm actually looking up all the Gundam games made by From Software.
Oh, okay.
Just out of curiosity, and a lot of these are JP only.
We play JP.
We could.
We just won't be able to understand anything. Like, okay, now what do we do? What do we do now?
Every 5 minutes. This game's in English, and we still do that.
I know.
They made the Ace series, the Another Century episode, and then they did Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn for PS3. And I think that was the last one they did.
This Animan's Wart.
Hey, how familiar with
AMI.
how familiar are you with Monster Rancher?
Not that familiar. Okay. Did you switch recently? Well, obviously you just started first
It
day,
was his
but like,
birthday, bruh.
okay, so you left. Okay, I see. Wasn't sure if you left or if you were.
Well, congrats, man.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Good to stay mobile.
I'm really struggling to.
Who you trying to be?
I'm Dark Drummond.
Dark Dramon.
Dark Drummond. There's a lot of Drummond.
Dark Drummond. Dark Drummond.
And I'm at. I could have sworn this was what I was supposed to be doing, but I mean. Maybe this isn't what I was supposed to be doing. I really don't remember what I was doing with this guy, so. Well.
Hello, man. Wait, what? Why do you have a Sanford Kelly,
Didn't I have a psych? Is
That's
this
hilarious,
guy?
dude.
I'll just get rid of Datamon. No.
Are you looking forward for the MVC2 Invitational at Evo? I think that's gonna be sick.
When's Evo?
Yeah, I think it's in like July or August.
Okay.
But they have a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Invitational this year. They're gonna invite the top 8 players. There's gonna be like what, like 6 invited, and then like some sort of a qualifier. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
But that's what they're doing. Not instead of Mortal Kombat, but just as well.
As Mortal Kombat?
No, they're not doing Mortal Kombat at all this year.
Okay.
They dropped NRS game. No Mortal Kombat 11. 4 confirmed invites so far. I think Justin Long's in there. 4 undecided. Okay, I got you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I still have to
Fire expansion, sacred.
so I have MVC I have MVC2 like emulated on a computer. I still need to burn that to a disc so I can play it on my Dreamcast, cuz like the emulation works okay. It's not great. But it'd be sweet if I could just burn it. I need to find my blank disc. That's the funny thing about the Dreamcast, is that I think you don't need to mod it to play burnt discs.
It just plays them.
It just plays them. Once upon a time, gaming used to be...
I've been recently thinking I really want like a Chow game.
What would you want it to be, though? Like, because honestly, in this day and age, it would just be like a mobile, like
yeah, I would want it to, I mean, I don't know if I'd want it to be a console. Maybe like an indie, like Steam game or something.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Like someone makes a Chow-like, not like an actual Chow. I would love it to be actual Chow. Yeah.
That'd be it.
Yeah. That's probably what is then gonna end up.
Because they get the parts of the animals, right?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's the same thing. I don't know if that game's ever gonna come out though.
I know.
But no, that'd be pretty sick with sprite art.
Yeah.
I think I would.
Someone
like that.
made a Chow game with sprite art, but they just have white, blue, and black Chow. That's it. They don't have anything else.
Okay, look, there's nothing wrong with mobile games. It's just that it could be like
if there is gonna be another Chow based game made by Sega, it will most likely be a mobile game.
yeah, and so like here's the thing, right? It's not that that's a bad thing. It's just that that opens up the door for it to be bad.
Yeah,
because it could be great, but it could also be like
could be
bad game.
Yeah,
you know. Or an exploitative game, you know, just one of those things. It could happen.
Buy new Christmas Chow egg for $12.
Because some mobile games, even pay to play or pay to
free to play.
Sorry, even freemium mobile games can be good, but some of them can be bad, and that's just the way it goes. The way it goes. Like Teppen. I don't play Teppen. I admit that it's a good game.
What's Teppen?
It's Capcom's card game.
Oh, okay.
So it's a good game, and I admit that. And it's, you know, it has pay-to-play elements if you want to participate every season or whatever. You benefit from paying.
Okay.
But it's free, and it's not bad. So there's an example of a game that's actually a good, like, non-exploitative mobile game. I think Defu is one as well.
Not need to do that.
Good job. You are now invisible. Ta-da.
Okay.
Maybe your phone is ESL. Anglike only place in chat.
Okay. Weens. He said he's somewhere around here. I don't know if that means like in the spot or just like.
Oh,
There he is.
This game is limited availability. Oh. I don't know how far back we want to go, but
Okay.
this would be so freaking stupid to play.
What?
So I told you there's the Dynasty Warriors games, right? So there's those. On the PS3, it goes up to... They made 4, and it goes up to Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn, which is like the 4th one. And then on the PS4, there's the Gundam Breaker games, and so there's Gundam Breaker 3, and then there's New Gundam Breaker, which I heard is bad.
Ooh.
And that was on Steam. I heard they like kind of ruined it. It's like not even the same as Gundam Breaker 3.
Dang. Okay. See you in a minute.
But yeah, so those would be funny. Obviously the Dynasty Warriors games would just be like silly,
Yeah.
but it's fun because you can just like pick an OP Gundam and like blow through.
Yeah.
So if you just want like to wreck things as a Gundam, the Dynasty Warriors games actually work out.
Woo! Skill up.
Skill up.
It makes it double.
I've never
effective.
seen a combo for that.
It just makes it
I
double.
don't think I've seen a combo for that.
It's happened a bit.
Oh really? Am I just that dumb?
It's not been very common. Well, I don't. It's just like I don't know. The combos aren't so common, and then I don't use that move very often.
That's funny.
So it's just kind of like whatever. Or when I do, it's not combo heavy. Because when you get a combo, the next guy combo goes away, meaning that he can't use a combo. Okay, I should have missed. Tack down. I got an Ogremon bone.
Good. That's great. Enjoy your Ogremon bone.
Ogremon bone. Ogremon bone.
Ogremon Jensen.
Schmitty Werben Ogremon Jensen. His name was Schmitty something. Schmitty what?
The best.
Schmitty Werben Jaeger and Jensen. Werben? What kind of name is Werben?
Literally the best name ever.
I'm gonna name my kid Schmitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen. And then his twin brother will be named Leviathan. And then no one will question Leviathan because Schmitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen's so bad.
Something came up about Leviathan the other day. I forgot what it was, and I was like, that's literally Luke's son right there. I forgot what it was though. I was like, that's Luke's son.
That's funny.
Dang it.
I've got Growlmon's noodles.
That's Luke's son right there.
Where's you going?
Store.
Of course.
Food.
Of course. Classic line. Classic Miles and Cody line.
Can you pick me up a...
What do you want?
I... How about a Toblerone? I'm just kidding. Ah! Ow!
Toblerone.
Ah! I've been hurt.
What do you have?
I've been kicked. I'm just kidding.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Being back.
It will.
I want to see if it makes a footprint. I want to step all over you to make sure I can make a footprint.
Stop stepping on my fuzzy blanket. With your
That sounds like a euphemism.
Stop stepping on my fuzzy blanket. What happened to... Yeah, a Lunchable.
Okay.
A nacho Lunchable.
A nacho Lunchable.
Yeah.
Miles.
Some other thing.
Okay. A nacho Lunchable and some. He can't even pick his own food.
Some other thing.
Dude,
No,
if
you
you're getting a
can't pick-
Lunchable,
You can't pick your own food.
if you get me a Lunchable, it won't be the nacho one. Do the other one.
The sandwich one?
Whatever the other one is, yeah.
The sandwich ones?
Sandwich.
Don't you dare get him the chicken
Good
nugget
suggestion.
one.
No.
Ugh.
That's not full.
Ooh.
What are the other ones?
There's
Pizza.
sandwich pizza.
No
I don't like the
pizza.
pizza.
No
I don't like the
pizza.
pizza one.
Dang, that sucks. That one sucks.
I like the pizza one.
I don't like the pizza one.
We have so much pizza as it is.
I know, we have like 4 tombstones.
My backyard. I'm just kidding.
In my backyard. That's the other versions.
What?
Hello?
Huh? Okay. I will buy you food.
So I cannot condone stepping on people. Me neither. Okay, now what? It just did it. She did. Grandma just said go to Eden.
Hey,
Eden
take that-
Growlmon hacker.
Feet are low tier.
Where on?
Earth do I go? It just said Eden.
I can't tell if this game's bad or if this guy sucks.
There, this person, I guess. Hey there, lady. I'm gonna poke you in the shoulder. Grandma is worried about you and put everything he had into making this. He also said you should stop obsessing about your weight. So we have stop obsessing about your weight. He had into making this. He also said you should.
Look,
And then Grandma is worried about you. He put everything.
I honestly think that they just accidentally made that a choice. It was
I
supposed
know.
to just. Well, wait, no. What? Whatever.
Maybe if the protagonist says 3 lines, they interpret it as a choice.
No, it's just that the protagonist doesn't talk. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they had to make him say something, so they had to make it a choice. It doesn't freaking make any sense.
I just can't
Seem to get enough.
There's Growlmon. She hasn't eaten anything. She was eating nothing for 3 days, 3 whole days. Suck. So- All right, I guess that was neat, but it was also like, dang, dude, yeah.
As that suck, dude. If you know anything about Ruby, suck is a function you can call on strings.
Suck. I wanted the Vigor Mushroom and the Aegis Apples. So,
The Vigor Mushroom, by the way, that's such an innuendo.
a Power Pine.
Wow, this mushroom is full of vigor.
I want some Power Pine. Suck high tier, yep. Huh? I saw War Greymon. He was blue. So I want to get him something warm. 10,000 yen of my own money? Hey, what's up, Dave?
The grand entrance.
What should I do?
What do you mean?
Should I like try to
Oh.
lower the price? Should I just like yell at her for a girl? Should I just buy it?
But how much is it?
10,000?
Just buy it.
Okay. Oh, okay, sorry. I did whatever. It's not. We probably would have gone down like 2,000, right? I'm guessing.
No, you have to show off.
Shinjuku. Okay, I was trying to figure out where it was.
Otherwise, she'll think you're a cheapskate.
Cheap.
Otherwise, she'll think you're poor.
Well, I was like, maybe the woman would be like, "You don't get it because you're trying to haggle with me." Like, I don't know.
You don't know that. Yeah,
So, what are friends like? Asks the king of the sea.
they're horrible.
It's possible to shame the guy to lower the price. Okay.
Or you could use whatever that one sign is.
I could have just bought it like a beast.
What's that sign? That, like, changes people's minds.
Oh. Oh
my God.
I don't remember.
You will lower the price for me.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
These are not.
This is not the Witcher you're looking for. Where's the Greymon? I need to find the Greymon.
Do a Vinny Vine Sauce and Joel Skelter impression.
Oh, it's
Please,
Joel.
please, thank
I'm
you.
Joel. I talk like this.
What's up, everybody? It's Vinny. I'm here to talk about this latest YouTube faux pas. Can you fucking believe this? Look at this idiot here on YouTube.
Stealth hide. Hey, Luigi. I don't know.
I can't
Vinny's
believe-
always doing Mario's voice.
Fuck you, Luigi. I can't.
I can't freaking believe
You didn't
that they
make
called this
it.
game Win Back. Look at this cartridge tilting madness. You call that an apology? Okay, I'm done.
Turned into warm blankets.
How the hell did? Well, sorry.
I got an old music box.
Oh God.
I smashed into Digimon. No cap.
This is the.
She's a teenager,
Wow.
I think. Skirt.
She could be like 38,000
suppose.
years old. She's software.
Yeah. She's also got wingers.
That's it.
But most people say Angemon if they had to choose a Digimon, because that's like the most actually just a woman.
Is there any Digimon that's a giant foot?
There's a lot of foots.
Hooray! You got caught. Coming out of the
Backwards.
way that you. Wow.
I know. There's a lot of women Digimon, but the one that's the most just normal woman is Angelomon. If I had to like, I can't think of a lot off just the top of my head, but
A lot of people on the internet are finding out about their true identities now that Seth has all kinds of fan art.
classic. Where Lilithmon? Yeah, Lilithmon's pretty woman, just a woman.
Just a woman.
What was I doing? Where was the girl?
What do you mean?
She in front of the thing? Yeah, she was.
Hup.
I guess did I walk past her? No, I walked the other way. That's why.
So I bought a new controller for the Switch. It'll get here tomorrow. It looks like a Super Nintendo controller, except it has analog sticks. And it's actually got a good D-pad, unlike the one you're using.
Oh, poor little girl has to leave her friends. I got her.
That's
but
life, bitch.
Okay, what are these
Does
ones?
nostalgia hit in waves?
Wave. Started to the hospital. Phantom pain. Pain phantom. I am the pain phantom.
Please leave me alone, Pain Phantom.
Have you seen that thing where it's like the tooth fairy is a smaller, more docile version of larger bone fairies? Oh, he's just right here, I guess. What? Does that make any sense? I got a mystery herb.
Herb?
No! Look what he needs.
Oh no!
He needs platinum Sukamons.
A horse wiener?
Thing.
Who's played Disgaea? By the way, Disgaea just came out on iOS, and it's like freaking great. Like they actually upgraded it and everything. Disgaea 1. And it's got auto battling. It's got
There's a platinum
lots of new features.
Sukamon.
Oh, there he is. Get his thing.
I need to get his whatever that is. Thing, yeah.
Level up ASMR.
I'm speechless. I bet you I can't run into him anymore. Because he's gone.
Yeah, just one.
Because I killed him.
You killed him!
If not, I'm not solving this trouble and I'm leveling up here from now on. 3 Alexandrite. Oh, look. Look who it is.
Oh. What's with the sound that it comes with?
Ching! It makes like a metallic noise.
Chinger changer.
No, don't do that. Now we can get Roger now.
Roger. Alright.
I think we've actually had him before.
Yeah. Really? Just on a chain or something? You got it. You just put a question mark.
Why are you squinting at me like that?
What is this? Medicine. Medicine.
Dang, that was weird. Woo! I thought I unlocked a secret like area by accidentally going left, but it was just wrapping around. I don't think I can do Nightmon because yeah, I need Cam 50 and some speed as well. And for you, I need Cam 50. I think I need to go back down to Cyclomon for you. Okay.
Valhalla.
Valhallan!
Valhallan.
think I need to go back down to Cyclomon for this. For you, I kind of want to go...
Starring Major Glory.
Major Glory. Valhalla. And the Infragable?
I don't know.
I always thought it was like impragable. I don't know what that meant.
Impregnable.
I don't think that was. Yeah, I don't think that's what it actually is. But
The Infragable Crunk.
it is infragable. I thought it was infragable.
Crunk.
Crunk?
Crunk.
Oh, that was Kronk. I suppose that's not much different.
He's voiced by Frank Welker.
Frank Welker, who's Major Glory.
Major Glory?
Yeah. Also Frank Welker. They're all Frank Welker.
Rob Paulson.
Rob Paulson. Okay. Dang, Rob Paulson can freaking do some voices, man. Cabra Bob. Okay. I think I don't
And
have any friendship
Valhalla
items anymore.
is Tom Kenny.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that one.
Yeah. That's funny.
Power Pine. Aegis Apple. Bigger Mushroom.
He's also Puppet Pal Mitch.
Hey, Puppet Pal Mitch.
Math
Pal
Magician.
I am the evil math magician.
Yeah. White Tiger.
I will force kids to do their homework forever.
Living Bullet. Sam R.I. Fantone. Ratman. Tiki Torch. Misspell. Capital G. Snowman. Monkey. Fat Boy.
He's Monkey?
No, I'm just reading characters now.
Oh, okay.
The Declaration of Independence.
Me.
And then there's a unnamed character that's Beast and an unnamed character that's Hawkeye or Green Arrow.
Okay.
They just
Who's Monkey?
Monkey?
Because he's just like a superpowered monkey.
Monkey. Frank Welker, of course. He's always the animals.
Can we get friendship items from like a store?
Forgot that they had the whole league in there.
Yeah, they have there's an episode of Powerpuff Girls where they go to the league
Yeah.
and they try to join it, and they say they can't join it because they're girls.
There's a girl in the league though. Right?
Or maybe they say they can't join it because they're young or
young,
something.
maybe?
Yeah.
Wait, actually I don't know if there's a girl in the league.
I should definitely do that then. Okay. Oh look, it's Bancho Leomon and his friend Betamon.
I guess I was thinking of Agent Honeydew, but I don't know if she's considered.
She's just Monkey's assistant.
Yeah. She's an agent, but I don't know if she's like actually.
Is she supposed to be like Black Widow or whatever?
Yeah.
Honeydew.
Yeah.
It's not really Black Widowy if you ask me.
Well, Agent Honeydew.
Okay, if I get this, I can get them both. You are just a stupid monkey. And then he's just like, Monkey, this is Agent Honeydew. Help us.
Yeah.
And then he's like, a freaking superpowered monkey for no reason.
She worked with the Justice Friends. Hey, there's also Misspell.
Okay. So maybe it's, oh my gosh. You see this?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, who are you?
Eh.
It's only given to those who have experienced many battles. Bancho is literally a word that means like delinquent or whatever.
I thought it meant like, yeah. It's like a.
It's the term for the clothes he's wearing. It's not necessarily the delinquent, but it's.
a government.
Yeah, only
position.
5 Digimon have Bancho in front of their name.
It's a leader of a governmental position or a leader of a group of delinquents. It's about gang honor.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there. There's Bancho Mamemon, I think, is one of them.
Chad Leomon.
What was attack?
Miss Bell is the only female member of the Justice Friends. Okay.
Okay. He's gonna destroy me. No, just kidding. There's Bancho Mamemon, which is weird. Bancho Leomon. I think there's... Oh, who are the other Banchos? This is like Bancho Digimon. You can probably find it.
Bancho. There's Bancho Golemon.
Golemon?
Bancho Leomon. Bancho Lilymon. Bancho
Bancho
Mom-
Lilymon?
Yes.
Let me see that one.
She's freaking great.
Dude, she's got a yo-yo. That's
Yeah.
gotta be David's favorite
That's
one.
freaking badass. She's also got red, like, vampire cape with purple wings. Dude,
God,
she's, like, freaking great.
she's great.
Like a Guilty Gear character or something.
I know.
Bancho Mamemon and then Bancho Stingmon.
Bancho Stingmon. That was the one I liked the most out of the ones I saw.
You right.
Bancho, look up Bancho Lilymon. She's a edgy boy with a yo-yo. And I say boy as in one of the boys, not as in a boy.
A Crimson Tokofuku.
Bancho Lilymon? Or you can just look up all the Bancho Digimon. Like B-A-N-C-H-O.
Bancho Lilymon.
Like, yeah. Bancho Digimon, you'll find all of them.
Bancho what, mon?
Bancho what? That probably is going to be Digimon in the future.
What? No, I'm not. Black Lily.
Stop bragging. Please stop bragging. Could you please stop bragging? Bancho Namimon, yeah.
Yeah, I like this yo-yo.
I like Stingmon a lot. Bancho Stingmon. I looked at all of them. I was like, dang, dude, Stingmon's got a Bancho?
I like Stingman's Bancho.
Yeah, she is. I like when they give random, like, things like that. Like, oh, this is a Bancho form. You know? Like, there's always, like, the black or, like, the snow ones or whatever. But then there's, like, Bancho Lilymon. And it's just like, it's great.
What about Poncho Lilymon?
Poncho? There's Ponchomon. It's a cactus wearing a poncho.
I think I've seen that.
What am I doing? Okay, that's what I was doing.
I was thinking of this when I saw the yo-yo.
Axl Rose.
It's not Axl Rose. It's Spike Rose Red.
Axl Rose.
And X actually gains a move that is literally a
Yo-yo.
No, he just shoots out a giant thorny ball.
Sounds like a regular Tuesday night for him. Is it Mega? I thought it was Giga.
Wait a minute. Is Axel the Rose the first Maverick to... Or Reploid. He's a Reploid. Boss to not be based on an animal.
He's just like a rose.
He's just a rose.
Duff McWhalen is still the best one.
Duff McWhalen. By the way,
Duff McWhalen!
don't do that. It's not even Duff McWhalen. It's just not. Let me see what it is.
Duff!
McWillan.
It's Tidal Whale.
That's awful.
Come on.
Duff McWhalen?
Come on.
They gave up Duff McWhalen
It was just
for Tidal Whale?
Whoever translated the game was like, these are too boring.
Yes. Duff McWhalen's awesome.
Yeah, but they always have the same formula. It's like Metal Gear.
I know.
Except they screwed it up with this one, and so they changed it back. Seriously though, I think this game, it has a rose and it has a fake animal.
What's the fake animal?
Spiral Pegasus.
Pegasus?
Yes. It's also got burned Dino Rex, but I guess that's a real animal.
Dino Rex?
But still,
Semi-real.
the rose? I just realized that's not an animal. Let me fucking.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
I actually haven't been doing anything with these dudes. What leaders do I have? I have 2 builders. You're gonna develop 100 yen, I guess. For an hour? Yeah. Menacing graduation scenes. Yeah. Look at him. It's just like, you know, like the dude, what'd you find in that room? Nothing but an empty pedestal and a catcher's mitt. Huh. Like that's it. I love that part of Adventure Time.
What is that? That leader.
What leader?
That leader there.
Oh, Leskimon? Or
Les-
Lekismon?
Show me.
I'll try to.
Quit.
What?
I'm just kidding. Okay. What the heck?
Lekismon.
Lekismon?
It evolves into Cressimon, which evolves into Dianamon.
That's interesting.
And then there's a counterpart that's Apollomon. I don't know if he's in this game or not.
Okay.
Weird.
Weird Romans. Moon Bunny. Oh yeah, Moon Bunny. Gross. Don't chew on your bones.
Where did Vmon go? Am I still have Vmon? Yeah, there he is. Floating glasses. I might as well just do this stuff, like whatever. He's at 15.
I think Web Spider is probably one of the worst
Web
bosses
Spider,
in the Mega
okay.
Man series. Web Spider. He's a spider. His power
is web.
is webs. You know, like a spider.
Like a spider would do.
God, it's bad.
What's like the second lamest?
Well,
Tidal Whale.
no.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, actually, maybe.
There's
but-
probably lamer ones.
Okay, Web Spider is the dumbest thing ever, but Axel the Rose Red or whatever his name is the worst thing because it's just not an animal. Just not an animal. Just isn't an animal.
What's his
Slash
Axel the
Beast is also pretty bad.
What's his name? The Rose Red?
Oh, it's Spike Rose Red.
Spike the Rose Red.
Just Spike Rose Red.
Okay.
Because it's a word, his power, followed by
what he is.
what
Which
he
is
is,
Rose
which
Red.
is a rose, and they couldn't do anything creatively.
They could have just said like Spike Rose.
It's just bad.
Oh, we're gonna fight Examon now, I think. Or soon.
Also, Shining Firefly.
Thorny Rose!
Yeah, it's really just not good. Let me see what else. Like, none of them are great. Some of them are great.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite one?
Wheel Gator!
No.
Wheel Gator, though.
I like Commander Yamark because it's not.
The heck is Commander Yamark?
I'm just kidding. That's not it. Ground Scaravich.
Grand Scaravich! You have to say like the Mega Man 4 guy.
Metal Shark Player.
Shark Player?
Metal Shark Player. It's also 3 words.
Is he a shark player or is he a metal shark player?
He's a Metal Shark Player.
So he is not a metal shark player. He's a metal shark player?
He's a Metal Shark Prayer.
Prayer?
If you're Japanese.
That's not funny.
Shield Sheldon is also not.
Shield Sheldon?
Also, Infinity Maginian.
What was the armadillo?
Wait, you mean Armor?
Armor Armadillo?
Yeah.
His name is Armor Armadillo?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What's wrong with that?
Up to chapter 19? Okay.
Armored Armadillo.
Armored. That's a little better.
I mean, come on. They're ridiculous, just like Metal Gear.
Was it like Frost Penguin or what?
No, Chill Penguin.
Chill Penguin. That one's fine.
You don't like Boomer Kawanger?
Boomer Kwanger is really good.
Soldier Stone Kong.
Stone Kong?
Yo, Tornado Tunyon.
What's a Tunyon?
An
What's that
onion.
other thing you said? Infinity what now?
Maginian.
What's a Maginian? What's a Maginian?
What do you think?
I don't know. I can't even comprehend.
Vanishing Gungaroo.
What's a kangaroo? Dude, what the freaking heck? Striped Tasmanian Tiger.
Bamboo Pandemonium. Optic Sunflower.
Did they really not have enough freaking animals to put
Apparently
64 of them in a...
Earth Rock Trilobite.
I don't know, that's a kind of a cool one.
Gigabolt Manowar.
Manowar, that's cool.
Avalanche Yeti. Literally a
Yeti?
I know.
Of all things, a Yeti?
Also, Burn Rooster, dude.
Burn Rooster.
I am happy that Parasite won. I kind of figured that, to be honest with you, this might be a hot take, but it was about time.
Hello.
Or no, it wasn't about time. It was only a matter of time
Before something like this happened.
before Korean cinema started to get a lot of recognition for leveling up. They've been trying to level up for the past 2 decades, and they've definitely been doing that. So they earned it. They earned it.
What was it? Maginian? I don't...
Yeah, Maginian.
What's a Maginian?
Okay, I'll explain it.
What's a magician? Please explain a magician.
If you say a magician, I'm gonna
No.
poop my pants right here, right now, on
No,
stage.
It's not what you think. It's a water flea.
Uh-huh? So, instead of saying flea, they said maginian?
Yes.
Say magician.
Say what again?
Say what again?
He's a water flea in the game. I don't know what a Maginian is.
Okay. Because it sounds better. Why not? I don't know. Goldramon. This is a boyo if I've ever seen one.
I like how.
Godflame is the name of his special ability.
Are you sure that shouldn't be Gold Flame?
It's Godflame. Because he's a god.
Oh. Mega.
Also, Megadramon's is genocide attack.
Jeez. Jeez, calm down. Calm down, Megatron.
Did you say Megatron?
Megatron.
So, what's this one?
Megatron.
Maginian. Like, I don't know. I feel like going weird name is like there's 64 animals that you can put that don't have to be weirdos.
I preferred when they were easy to say. Like
Quonger though, like what's a quonger?
Sensei is like a beetle.
I know, but like no one's gonna be like, oh yes,
The quonger.
I remember those from my childhood.
Yeah.
A quonger.
Yeah, but like wire sponge.
Galmon, okay.
Overdrive ostrich. Crystal.
Oh, I haven't got that one yet. There he is.
Flame stag, gold
He's
crab.
freaking destroyed.
They're pretty simple in X2.
Oh gosh, he's like.
Well, here's the thing though. In Japanese, they're all like really, really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like just all sorts of messed up. Like Chill Penguin is Chill Penguino.
Penguino?
Just as an example.
Do you have to sneak past her?
Is this Demon Souls? What are we doing?
It's freaking Examon. That's his real size.
Oh my god.
Do you know what an Exa is? Oh, I did the wrong thing.
Exa?
Do you know
Like the
Exa?
number?
Yeah.
It's like
It's a big number.
exaflops.
Like exabyte, exaflop.
He's a big boy.
So he's big because it's literally a large amount of data. He's literally an exabyte or whatever.
Oh my god. That's cool. It's also my fetish.
There's one above exabyte, I think, Yodabyte. But he's so there's no Yodamon because that'd be
Yodamon?
weird.
Oh, that'd be weird. Hello?
Digimon I am. Examon is Dragon McDragon Pants. He's the best.
Is Examine Biggie Smalls? Which dimension do you think is Banksy? 2D or 3D?
What do you mean?
It could literally be either.
Oh.
Or neither.
To this.
Or do you think it's both?
Probably both, but
Whoever you answer will tell me a lot about you.
leaning closer to 2D, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were leaning to 2D, but there was a bunch of evidence that said 3D as well. No one
Interesting.
knows, really.
Yeah. Examon. Did it just say Examon is the Digimon Emperor? Is that what he said?
Banksy is a Banksy? Bruh.
How are we gonna do this? Oh, we have some guys. Okay. Jessmon. There he is. Freaking Bone Boy. Dragon Emperor. Okay. I saw Digimon Emperor.
Dang, tonight's been hella active on that platform.
Yep.
He's got hearts on his horn. Just saying. He's a lovey.
He's a lovey boy.
Look at that. He loves everyone.
He's freaking huge. Oh my god. I didn't actually realize how big he really was. I thought he was just really big, but he's like actually really, really big. I suppose he was knocking over buildings. I should have realized he was freaking huge.
Alright, I'm gonna look it up. Evidence that Banksy is 2D. 2D, yeah, from Gorillas. So it's 2D from Gorillas or 3D from Massive Attack. Take your pick. And no, they're not the same person.
Oh yeah, look at this cross combo.
Yeah, see, there's a conspiracy theory that 3D is Banksy, but there's also a conspiracy theory that
I guess I'll just. Oh, he blocks stat changes. I guess it's nice.
there's also a conspiracy theory that says that Banksy is Jamie Hewlett. Lamau.
So I might just freaking take out Armageddon because it's gonna take forever if I don't. He's a wind? That's good against wind, not fire. Earth? Earth is good against wind? Literally 105 damage.
And I know Jamie Hill is not 2D or whatever, but it could be any of them at this point.
Burst flame. Electric. Okay, ground. Okay, that makes sense. I'll try this. It's not gonna. I'm gonna have to
Electric.
recharge.
Wind God Fist.
He keeps blocking the stat change.
Block.
So. Oh, okay. Nice job. Okay, I didn't think we were supposed to.
That
beat
was
him.
scripted? Because you're actually doing alright.
I was doing okay. Yeah, I probably could have beat him if I tried hard enough.
Cutscene weakness, though. Jessmon.
Eximon's getting away. I have him in my pocket, dude. Like, I could go get him right now.
Also, the fact that wait, so he's that big and he like gave you the time of day. He was
I
like,
know.
Let me just chill here for a second.
I'll leave this to them for now. You must recuperate. Gallimon,
I
are
need
you okay?
sustenance.
Yes, I'll pull through. Arata's voice. I'm glad you're still fresh.
Watch out behind you.
You're too late. I'm too fast. I'm much too strong and fast. Is he gonna become Gallantmon? Ramada.
Did he absorb him?
Yeah, now he's Super Saiyan.
Oh god.
Please transform into a knight.
Is he Nero?
He's
What other character has an evil arm and absorbs other
I
characters?
know there's
There's like a million of them.
Wind Tunnel. From Inuyasha. What I don't remember his name. Not Sango. That's the girl.
Nomio?
Nomio. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of actually.
There's a ton of people with like evil arms. I just can't think of any of them right now.
Yeah, but there's some in particular that absorb other people.
Gotta fight Nomio. Special eye.
He unlocks a special eye if he absorbs his bra. Oh man, this still.
Gotta crane my neck.
Yeah, look at you. Your tie is like really stretching. But all is not lost. For we can use the Jacobian.
He's going through his Orochimaru Sasuke arc, yeah.
Yeah, at the end he just like kisses what's his name? And then he's like, did you really think I was
So, spoilers for Naruto. Sorry if anyone cares. The end, Naruto and Sasuke lose an arm each.
Yeah.
And Naruto uses like ninja medicine to get his arm back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like constantly wrapped up because it's not like a full arm, I guess. And then Sasuke just doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So he only has one arm.
It's called Forbidden Medicine.
Yeah.
Forbidden chakras.
They use Hashirama cells, which is like a guy who uses wood.
Hashirama cells? Is that like midichlorians?
It's like, so there's the first Hokage's name was Hashirama Senju.
Yeah.
And he had a very special Keka Genkai, which was wood release, which basically made him able to control plants. And it turns out it's the freaking most ridiculous thing ever. And people were like, took his cells from like his grave and like copied them, and they could create like freaking physical people with it. And it's like really weird.
All right.
So
Clone Wars.
that's a thing. And then so they made Naruto's arm out of that stuff.
Clone Wars. I'm gonna say this now, and I want everyone to remember for the rest of your life. Whenever an anime that otherwise has no business talking about science
Talks about science.
it's always bad.
Yeah.
Bad news bears. Bleach, Naruto,
Bleach.
As long as they just gloss over it, they're safe.
They just kind of like say it and then don't like try to explain
No,
it.
no. Like if they can use it without explaining it, that's fine. Like for example, Dragon Ball and time travel.
Yeah.
There's something there, but no one gives a crap about why.
Yeah, it's just like
there.
just time travel.
It's just there. Or like fusion, but they don't explain it. It's just there.
Yeah. It's not like, well, when...
It takes these cells and those cells. And
Well,
puts them in
they did that with Super Saiyan, though. I told you about that. The S cells. It's... Apparently,
that's where they cross the line.
a lot of
That's
people
where they cross the
don't
line.
pay attention to it. He said it in like a dumb interview, and everyone's like...
It's not in the show, is it?
It makes... No.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
they've said it in the show.
So that's what I'm trying to say is that if they were to say it in the show, that would be crossing the line.
Like, Goku walks up to Trunks and is like, how many S cells do you have?
No, like someone is like, Goku, do you realize that you have more S cells than any other Saiyan? And then he's like, what? And then it's like the S cell arc. Did you know about the S cells?
No.
Sorry. Good job. Basically, there was like an arc in Bleach where they're like doing all this science, and I was like, all right, this is done. I'm done.
Okay. No need to recover.
And you know, you're talking about how like in Naruto, it's like, hey, by the way, we're gonna have this whole explanation.
Hashirama Jutsu stuff.
Hashirama Jutsu. That's my pet peeve of the day. Like, I'm not caught up on this one, but so far in My Hero, they don't talk about why things are the way they are.
Okay, so
They just say it and
It's-
then move on. They're like, this is a thing, and then they just like say, all right. Well.
so the thing about that is the very first thing you get told about quirks is that if you don't have a pinky joint, you get a quirk.
Right.
And it's like, okay,
Yeah, but
like
they like
fine because they say it once and never ever mention it again.
Yeah.
But like, it's still weird. It's still like, why is that why you have a
No,
quirk?
they're just saying that like
It's
it,
a way
it
to
also
identify.
Has an expression. Yeah, it has an expression in the gene.
But it's
So-
like, dang.
But the thing is that
pinkies.
they say that it has a gene expression. and
Ever
they
watch
say
Phil
that
the Future?
It's literally a genetic thing, and then they move on. They don't say like.
You ever watched
well,
Phil the Future?
No. What's that?
So he comes from like the year 2220 or something like that, like 200 years in the future, because they want to be they want to have a tourist thing in the past,
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
they get stuck in the past because
Yeah.
their time machine breaks or whatever. And so there's an episode where his school's going to a field trip to a winery and they're gonna smash grapes. And he gets really worried. He's like, oh my gosh, I can't go to this thing. And everyone's like, what the heck, Phil, what's wrong with you? And then he goes home and tells his parents, and he's like, I can't go. And they're like, why not? Because we're gonna have to take our shoes off. And then they look and they start laughing, and then they show you that none of them have pinky toes.
Ew.
They all don't have pinky toes because they're so far from the future that they've literally evolved pinky toes out of the human like body.
Oh come on.
Yeah.
What are they from? Like the year 300,000?
They might be actually. I don't remember
Not
when
even,
he's
like
from.
a thing though. Whatever.
It happens to my
Fine
hero.
if it's a joke, but it's.
It's kind of a joke, but
I
it's
know.
like that's what makes me think. That's what I think of when they say that in My Hero, is Phil the Future, and they don't have pinky toes.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
I get it. People are like, whoa. But it's like, do people die more because they have them?
No.
I don't know.
Would we find feet more attractive without them?
It's not about that.
Isn't it?
Well,
In today's day and age,
what do you mean?
you can choose traits for physical attraction as opposed to for survival.
Yeah, but
Which is why we're getting bigger eyes and stuff.
like your kids would have
Like pinky toes.
Yeah, I mean like I don't know. They would
What
have
if
to
we
have some
choose
sort of
smaller
advantage.
pinky toes?
And
Like
so they just select it
at
out?
some point, I don't know.
I guess.
It could happen, maybe not normally.
Sure, but that just has nothing to do with like human. I don't know. It's just
I know. It's funny though.
not that I'm an evolutionary biologist or anything, but like
I don't know pinky toes.
it just seems wrong to me to suggest that we would just lose a thing.
I'm not a pinky
Like,
toeologist.
we have like what I would argue is things that we have just like eliminated as viable options to select against. And so I just don't think that you could actually
No pinky toes suck.
Yeah, dude, what good are feet without the toes? This is getting weird.
Do you think we'll ever evolve appendixes out?
No, because they're actually used for something.
Well, except for when they kill us.
Yeah, but they're also used for something.
What if there's a random mutation in a person that ends up them having no appendix?
Yeah, and then they have
they
gut
survive
problems for the rest of their life.
They survive better because they don't have an appendix.
Well, they survive okay, but seriously, like once you get your appendix removed, you have gut problems.
Like what kind of gut problems?
You just like can't eat certain foods or something anymore, and you're just like,
Huh.
it's yeah, the appendix is.
I thought it
used-
was like meat. I thought it was for like raw meat.
Yeah, it is, but it changes your gut environment, which is significant to your mood and intake. And things like decision making.
Decision making.
Yeah, weird stuff. Like your gut affects like most of your body. It's really weird.
It's because when you're hungry, you can't make good
It's
decisions.
not even just hunger. But yeah.
Feet would be low tier.
I don't know what you got against feet, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Dude, I'm not Dan Schneider.
Just check out some Juri Han feet. People like Juri, right?
I'm kind of not
Seth
worrying
toes.
about training them anymore. Because I mostly just do it in the field, and if I really want a guy to get some stats, I'll do it, but I don't really care right now, so I'm kind of not worrying about training. Also, there's a character. Sorry, talk back to my hero. There's a character later that has like a quirk that I feel like kind of needs explaining, but they don't explain it.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's not like, oh, this is so confusing, I don't get it. It's like, what can they actually do?
Oh.
Like what is the limit
Right.
of their ability? Like it seems like they literally have no limit,
Well,
and it's strange.
it wouldn't be the first time a quirk is without explanation to the point where you're just like, I don't even know what it is.
Well, sometimes that happens, but this one's like,
Also important.
it's like, it's not even, yeah, it's important, but it's also like, it's so vague. Like a lot of them are
Yeah.
really kind of specific, I guess,
Not
usually.
necessarily.
Not a lot of them, but some of them have like such specific, like, parameters that you're like, how did they even figure out they had these?
Oh, I see.
But this one's like, literally touch someone, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh. So what can they do? Like, what's the furthest they can go?
Yeah, but I mean, I think I still think that out of all the power shows, like that one's been the most vague in general.
To me, so have you seen my not my hero, My Punch Man?
My Punch Man.
Have you seen One Punch Man season 1?
Yeah.
Have you seen One Punch Man season 2?
No.
You should.
Really?
It's way better.
Is it good?
It's so everyone's like, the animation, I don't like the animation. It's so much better. Like the actual story and stuff is like way better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I concede One Punch Man season 1 has not a good story. I like it, I enjoy it, but its story is not very good. The best part is Moomin Rider and the Sea King. That's the best like story moment.
It was alright.
There's a lot more of those moments in season 2, and there's better moments.
Okay.
That's not it. Like that there's not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like one moment like that one. There a lot of the points in One Punch Man season 1 were either oh, this is a funny thing, or oh, this is a like awesome thing or whatever. Like those are like the two things that happened in One Punch Man season 1.
Yeah.
And to me, there's a lot more. This is interesting. It's not just like cool or funny. It's like this is actually compelling, and I want to watch this.
It's not like a cheap thrill.
Yeah. Although I don't know, maybe people don't agree, but I definitely think that season 2 is a lot better,
Okay,
story-wise at least.
I'll check it out.
There's still moments where it's like Saitama does a thing and you're like, but you know, it's One Punch Man.
Sure. Still has to go back to that.
He's the main character. His name is in the thing. So something else, if you do decide to watch it, you might want to watch like the last arc again of One Punch Man season 1, like the last like 3 episodes or 4 episodes.
I probably would. Yeah.
And then just go continue from there.
Sure.
Because there's one very important thing that you might not actually get unless you watch
Sure.
the last few episodes. And my favorite character shows up like in a big way in season 2. So I also like it because of that.
My thing about it is that I like some of the characters, but others I'm just like, can you like show me why I should care about you?
So it takes a while for some of them,
Yeah.
but so season 1 is mostly like Saitama and Genos, and Genos is fine, like he's cool, and Saitama's just kind of Saitama because of course he is. But the only other character that really matters is Moomin Rider. Everyone else kind of shows up, and then you see them for 5 minutes, and then they leave.
Right.
But in this one, you get character parts. Like, you get moments of not only character development, but, like, character backstory and, like, why they do what they do and who they are. And it's just so much better about that stuff. And you actually get... I have a feeling for the first bit, like, from the beginning of Season 2 till, like, maybe the beginning or the end of Season 3, you're kind of going to be getting little moments of each character. Like, the S-Class is, like, the main characters. You're going to get little moments of the S-Class and not really get, like, a lot of one character because he wants to kind of write for each character, I suppose, so that you can kind of choose who your favorite one is out of them, and then maybe he shows, like, popularity. Based on popularity, he writes more for better ones.
Fair.
But, personally, my favorite one, I think, is going to get more stuff later because he wrote a section of the manga or the webcomic, I guess, and he didn't include a character because he was like, if I included this guy, they would have been freaking done like way faster. So he just like didn't put him in because he was like, this guy's way too good. This is not who I wanted. This is way not who I wanted. Where on earth? Hold up.
No, I'll be right back.
What is going on here? Yo, can I do something about this? Save your Huckmon? Can you save me? Hold up. Oh, I thought it said Genumon. That'd have been funny. Let's see. I like Valkyremon. I guess I could try Valkyremon. This might take a long time. Okay, actually haven't had Magna Angemon yet, so... let's try Growlmon? Maybe? What's Growlmon at? 26? Ugh. Okay, you're back in there, boy. Mega... Is that really... What's this one again? It's a typo? I did. It says that I can go, so I had, Let's see, what am I at? Mega Digimon? Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, did I do that wrong? Maybe I did do that wrong. I think I... Oh, wait. What? Really? What do I have here, then? I have All Force Vidramon. What's he at? 100? That's pretty good. So this is what I gotta do. I don't even know if I can do this. Yeah, it is that guy. Okay, so... Yeah, okay. It's... That's why I think that was it. I think I got thrown off because of the name. What am I looking at? Okay, attack and HP. 180 should be pretty okay to get to, but that's like a whole... I don't know if I can do that. I might have to do something else here. Did I heal? I mean, yeah. Okay. Udaiba. Not that one. No, not Gearstorm. The fact that these things have so high defense is like crazy. That you can just like generally get a lot of hits in, even if you don't have a lot of health or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Let's see. So that was actually... I'm probably gonna get there, I think. Doesn't seem too bad. 17,000 attack or HP. Doesn't seem too bad. Oh no. Okay. I'm thinking constantly that I think the ambulance slash police siren is in game and not in real world, and I'm constantly thinking it's actually in the real world. Yeah, I don't think it should be that hard. I'm already past attack, but for HP it should be... Okay, this is good. Character... No! Missed. Okay, there we go. Now you get the Dragon Impulse to get the Pokemon move on me. What was that? Okay, just a little bit more for... Dang. Recoil. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this and not using the other thing. So it could have been... Well, actually, maybe not. So maybe I could have been done with this, but maybe not. That should be good. Ooh, okay. One more. Okay. Got him. Meteor fall. Okay, I think... Yeah, okay, now he's good. Don't. Yes, okay. I just go back here, so... I don't know. I probably could have gone all the way up to the thing, so I could actually get the thing. What? It used to have a Hadoken-like animation. That's funny. I don't know. It's picking up in my ears.
Wow. There's a lot of single snake-legged people.
Yeah. So this is Gyumon, the red dinosaur dude.
Megiddo.
The guy who had him forced him to like digivolve into Mega without like his consent or whatever.
What?
So he freaking turned evil into this thing instead of Gallantmon, which is what he normally turns into.
He's got a nuclear warning signs all over his body.
What's this guy?
The top? I don't know.
Okay, which one is it? This one.
Whoa.
That's actually pretty normal. Hopefully he's good. He doesn't need like extra stuff or whatever. I might need to... Actually, I probably just go back here. And go back to the place.
That girl was just like, cool, I'm walking.
And go back to the phone in the middle back
I'm
here.
Walking.
I keep hearing the
I swear.
thing, and I thought it was
hear
real
it
life.
in real life every time. It's been freaking me out, actually.
You're just up, and you just like hear it vaguely in the distance down here.
It's been freaking me out.
It's so realistic.
Plus, it's still going during the music. It's like... I don't know. That shouldn't be allowed. Just like you shouldn't be allowed to be listening to the radio and then they play a siren. That's like hella bad. And yet people do it all the time.
Shock.
Why is it still going?
It's so real.
It's like...
It's constant.
It plays over the transitions. It plays on the black screens. They tried as hard as possible to make it sound like it was actually in real life. I don't understand it.
It's so weird. No, not genocidal gears.
Genital gears.
Genitidal gears. Darktraman language acceleration boost? That's good. I heard you, don't worry.
It's so freaking like.
You slept in? Or you woke up early? That's cool, man.
I wish
Sorry.
my Digimon would text me about when they sleep.
I know, me too.
I had a good sleep. What were the cats again? I thought. Oh wow, already? Dang. That was like one fight.
There he is.
Look at that boy.
Dark Dramon. His freaking gun has a face on it.
Yeah, seriously. His gun is also the real head. That's where he talks from.
Why is he an electric? I thought he'd be a dark.
The rest of his body is just a body.
His name is Dark Dramon. You'd think he would have a dark type.
He's dark a type.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See that?
That's dark.
The
yeah.
purple? He's a dark.
Yeah.
He's a machine. No, he's a neutral. Okay.
Maybe they call him Dark Digimon because he lights up the dark. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna change some of his stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but you know. Cross counter.
In case everyone dies.
Like yeah, just so I
Dark
have-
Roar is his special move though. It's not like Electric Roar.
Yeah, it's like Dark Roar. He's got Physical Drain, the best move. Not the best one. But, physical attack damage, 90% accuracy.
It
tends
does
to
dark
crit.
damage. Whatever.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I don't know
Berserker
what-
Sword.
Berserker Barrage.
30% accuracy to kill.
Oh.
Piximon needs some stuff.
Needs fuel.
Interesting. What's he at? 229. Not organized.
Do they ever talk about like Digimon in terms of
20%
like
cam.
when they evolve, like in the show? Is that the first time anyone's ever seen that evolution before?
Generally,
like-
yeah, like the tamer Digimon are usually special.
Because it's like unique to that moment.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out because like in Pokemon it could be like, oh, that's an ancient Pokemon. Is there such a thing as an ancient Digimon?
There's like Digimon like gods,
Yeah.
and
But,
that's
like-
sort of a similar thing.
No, but isn't it theoretically possible that a Digimon god just like evolved last night and then you just like met him the next day and you're like, and he's like, I'm a Digimon god. And
that
you're like,
kind of
"What?"
does happen in the freaking show.
It does. That's what I'm saying. But like, that's not an ancient god. It's just a god that happened to happen.
Yeah.
Like gods just happen in Digimon. They don't like come from ancient times.
There's a few like kind of considered like older.
Maybe they evolved a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a few older ones.
Are there any that come from space?
I think so.
How does that make sense?
There we go.
There it is, the one move right there.
I'm gonna get rid of Dark Roar.
Welcome to the Grand Rock.
Welcome to the Grand Rock.
Ancient Greymon is one of the olden warriors of the digital world long ago. So there was a digital world long ago.
The digital world existed before humans found it, I think, and like.
Well,
they
but that's
found
the
it.
thing. Did they do that, or did we make it exist before we did? Like, what I'm saying is, you could technically just make it so that the digital world has more time in it than we know about.
Because it does.
Because we could just be like, oh, well, they exist and they have like rapid aging or whatever. And so like
they
every
also, like-
second is a year in Digimon.
Yeah, every time they go to the digital world, it's like more time.
Right. So if it's ancient for them, it still could be like 1994.
It's like the one episode of Futurama
What?
where
boxes?
Farnsworth makes robots like that turn into life, and they think they're thousands of years old, and he's like, I made you yesterday.
Oh, that, yeah. Okay. That's a, like... I thought you were talking about something else.
No. You heathens, you're not even listening to me. I made you.
I don't even remember that.
So there's
I've seen most of the show.
they go to they're at a not a hotel. What's it called?
I've seen most of the show multiple times.
A museum, and then there's an ape that comes in, and the ape is like, Professor Farnsworth, how dare you suggest that the Earth is billions of years old as opposed to thousands of years old, or whatever. And then he's like a creationist ape,
Yeah.
and like
I remember that.
Farnsworth's like, I made you smart, or whatever, and then he's like goes to another planet because he doesn't want to live on Earth anymore. That's the one where he goes like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And then he goes and makes a bunch of nanobots that eat oil because the planet they're on is covered in oil.
Yeah. So that I think is from one of the seasons that I have not watched multiple times. I've seen every episode of the first 5 seasons multiple times, but then from 6 and on, I've seen some of them. I'm a little bit less familiar with those.
I think it's one of the later ones.
Yeah, it's not, I think it is. I've seen that one, but I don't remember it very well.
And what else happens? Like they sleep for a whole day, and then after they come back, there's dinosaurs, and the next day they're like people.
Yeah,
just
it's like going
humans.
really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they're like, we were born billions of years ago, and he's like, no, you weren't. You were born 3 days ago.
It kind of reminds me of the Bender episode where he's like got the patch.
Yeah,
It's almost like that, except the Farnsworth version,
yeah.
and really happening. I love the new Robot 1X.
We have to talk about weird instruments in music theory.
Yeah.
And the one I get to talk about is called, I think it's pronounced Yonku keyboard,
Okay.
but I want to call it the Janko keyboard.
Okay, what is it?
It's basically a piano.
Yeah. It's exactly like a piano.
Except the keys are hexagonal,
Oh.
and there's 4 layers of them.
4 layers.
Yeah. And there's two layers of the same 2 layers,
Whoa.
I think, or close.
How do you spell it?
Janko, Janko keyboard. I think it's also called something else, but
I found it.
it's like a big hexagon keyboard.
I found one that's not built out of
The one I saw was
Um,
hexagons. I only looked up like for 5 seconds so I could figure out what I was doing.
Whoa. The heck? That's cool.
Yeah, people are like
I
looking
think.
at it and they're like, wait,
Here's the
why
note.
aren't we using this?
What difference would it make? You can play crazy stuff with it. Yeah, here's one with like hexagons, kind of. It's pretty interesting.
A blue Marimon, that sounds cool. Is there like different XP what's it called, like camps? Like in Pokemon they have like fast, slow, erratic XP things or whatever, and it's like they gain XP at different rates. Is that in this game, or is it like all Ultimates gain it at the same rate and all Megas gain it at the same rate? Because I noticed from one battle, I don't know if it was a different battle, Darkdramon went up to 48, and I thought from the same battle, Gigadramon only went up to 44. So I was like, I'm not sure if it was just a more lucrative battle, or if I just suck at math. What is it? The buble?
Blueberry.
Strawberry.
Oh, strawberry.
Okay, that might have
Can I
been
try a taste of strawberry?
Nice.
cold flame. What? Say it. Say it. Say it. Say what I'm thinking.
Cold flame.
Cold flame.
Uh,
You better.
the
You,
stone of cold fire.
there we go. That's it.
I was like, I know this.
Like, I know what this is. The stone of cold fire.
To get to the stone of cold. I forgot
Okay.
what happened. when got to
They
this.
get there and they think it's gonna like cure his grandpa or something.
No,
Cause
but that was the flower one.
they're always dying. The-
Someone else was dying this time.
I don't remember.
Didn't they get, like, another
And then they like
grandpa?
then they shove a T-Rex off a cliff. In that one, I think. No, that's the one. That's the one with the long neck mountain or whatever.
No, that's the
Long
Great
Neck
Long Neck Mountain.
That's not what it's called, but
Whatever.
it's yeah. It's the Great Long Neck Mountain.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like the Great Long Neck Migration.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
That's
The
a
one,
different thing.
the rock,
Was it one?
Ayers Rock or whatever it is.
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember what it's called.
Isn't there the lone dinosaur?
The lone dinosaur? Is that one?
I'm
I don't
pretty
remember
sure,
that
I don't
one.
remember which one that comes up in, but that's the thing. Cause Littlefoot's like,
I wake up in
I
the
gotta
morning.
be like the lone dinosaur.
Isn't that the one with the mountain?
Maybe.
There's like a mountain that's shaped like a long neck, and they like worship it.
Cause I'm pretty sure the long neck is the lone dinosaur because like a gigantic slow moving creature is like the perfect candidate for being the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger.
I'm pretty sure
I don't
that's
know
what happened.
what kind of reasoning that was, but I believe
And he's like super fast and like badass, but
I
like
wake
he's a
up in the
freaking
morning.
giga-
What do I
Eggs.
do?
Oh, wait. I wake up in the morning. What do I do?
Eggs.
I'm pretty sure that's not the lyrics. I keep forgetting. It's.
I know
actually-
it's not. That's not it, but
It's something like that.
it's close. They say eggs.
No. It's
a lot.
no. It's when I wake up in the morning. First thing I do, eggs.
First thing I do.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Eggs.
He just like looks at the camera and says eggs.
Yeah.
never made
Literally,
it.
that's how this song ends. He just looks directly into your eye and goes, eggs.
Making you really uncomfortable. He's like an oviraptor or whatever. Too,
He's one of
so-
those. He's an egg stealer.
Yeah.
That's why he
Egg
likes-
raptor.
And there's one of
An
them that
ovary
the other
raptor.
one wants to be a vegetarian, and
Yeah, he's like, I
oh,
want to be a vegetarian.
yeah, he's like, oh, like vegetables.
I don't like eggs.
Ozzy.
Jose, why are we
What
going to
is
eat
that?
eggs?
The third one? Or,
You nincompoop. That was like the third
you
one. Yeah.
nincompoop. I think it's the second one.
No.
Cause
The second one's the tar pit one.
No, that's the third one.
Oh.
I know my line before time.
Yo, what's that sound?
Kratos?
Kratos?
Kratos.
What's Blue Marimon's defense? 116? Can I even get it up to 140? Maybe.
Why are you making another?
Because
I have to go up and down to get his API.
the first,
I just went to Blue Marimon. I should have just gone to Gigadramon. But
the first movie is like really good, and then the
first
second
one,
movie
yeah.
is trash.
Oh my lord.
there he is. Oh, what am I?
Black King.
These things again.
Look at that.
I gotta kill him before he freaking
Can you do it?
leaves.
Can you do it? I think you can
I
do
think
it.
I can do it.
Oh my god, you have to make this last thing count.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh. Stop.
Okay.
Evening.
He doesn't give that much. He probably gave more yen. If I'm being
Blue
honest.
Marimon.
yeah, it was just one dude, so
Yeah.
you get more bonus out of
More dudes,
guys.
yeah. I thought maybe he would just give a lot more XP just like because, but
You're still playing with those things?
yeah, they give the most XP when you fight.
Oh my lord.
Without these guys, we'd be getting like 2,000 to
Pennies.
fight or whatever.
Pennies.
You're literally fighting Metal Greymon with those things. Giga Blaster.
Freaking Metal Greymon was awful. the voice for Metal Greymon was really bad. Cause like Agumon's like, I'm Agumon, and then like Greymon's like, and I'm Greymon, and then Metal Greymon's like, I'm Metal
Yeah, he like gets gross.
It gets really
Metal
gross.
Greymon.
And then War Greymon's like, I'm War Greymon, like just like a dude, just like talking.
What's
90.
what's the one that's Metal Garurumon?
Metal Garurumon.
What's the one before that? Just
Wear Garurumon. He gets pants.
That's right. I
gets
forgot
pants.
about that guy.
Don't you remember Gargamon when Terriermon digivolved? He's like, He has pants now.
Oh yeah, I remember that fight. He has pants.
From the movie.
That's like a classic line.
That whole second, so like, the first movie is really stupid. The first one's really funny because it's like they're just children like
Nothing.
taking care of a pooping Digimon. Like they literally like
Oh
poops
no,
on their
actually
carpet.
the part where
And then the second one is
where
the good
they
one.
actually fight is really cool. Like when the Digimon
Yeah,
actually fight.
that's
is
one of
cool.
the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
Is like the freaking Parrotmon fight. It's
Yeah.
just this ridiculous. XP exploit or yen exploit. That's cool. What's the yen one? It's like the billionaire USB or whatever. Yeah. We've got a few of those.
Yeah, I tried to show Stephanie the Digimon movie because she's obsessed with Pokemon, and I was like, "You gotta see the Digimon movie," and she was like, "What is this?"
So the first part is really lame. The second part is really good, and the third part is really lame.
The third part, the first and second part are better than the third.
So
part.
I feel like I don't know if this is like actually a thing, but I feel like they added a ton of lines in the third part. Because there's parts where they're just doing nothing, and then someone does like a quip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like Willis is like on Raydramon, and he's like, "How do you stop this thing?" And it's like,
Yeah,
why did he
in
say
there.
that?
Yeah, I think in the Japanese version there was a lot less lines,
Probably.
and I think it's
probably more
didn't-
heartfelt.
Yeah, they did.
There's a part where
yeah.
Davis freaking cries, and he's like, "Dude, don't cry about it." And he goes, "Okay," and he's like done crying in like half a second. And it's
I'm
like,
pretty
what
sure
the
that was
heck?
actually more dramatic in the original version.
know.
We should watch the original version.
We probably
like, with
should.
the actual Japanese voice actors.
Yeah. They still
I
don't have the
wonder-
best line
'cause there's-
in history, though.
You've
got
mail.
That's the best line.
That gives me goosebumps every time.
It's the emails.
It's the emails. Keep sending them, kids. Also, yeah, their mouths don't move correctly a lot of the time, so I'm pretty sure they like elongated some of the lines too.
Yeah.
Because
I
I,
need
think
140.
when he says "you've got mail," he's just going, ah. Yeah.
What am I hiding for?
What am I fighting for?
What else? Have you seen the fourth Digimon movie?
No. Is there
The-
more than one Digimon
There's
movie?
so the one that we watched has 3 parts.
Oh, so that's 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Which the real one is Bokura no War Game, which is the second part,
Okay.
which is
What are the
our
other
war
two?
game.
How long
I-
is the second part?
The
part's
second
an
part's
hour.
40 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
The first part is 15, and then like the third, the third part is like 25, I think. The third
The first part's
part,
like super quick.
the first part's really quick, and then like the fourth part, well, she's Mimi, ha ha ha.
Ha. Ho.
I'm Mimi.
Hi, I'm Mimi.
I'm actually Joe. I'm 100% actually
No,
Joe.
you're actually Joe. Miles is.
Miles is Matt.
That means I'm Sora. Oh.
If
Actually,
anyone, you would probably be more Mimi.
No. I'm
But
Kari.
you're not Kari.
I'm not Kari.
You're definitely not Kari.
Probably Mimi.
You would be close. You'd be like a hybrid of Sora and Mimi.
Smimi.
Smimi.
It's Smimi.
David's also Joe.
David, you're
Everyone's Joe.
Joe Brigade.
Joe Mama.
I'm pretty sure O'Brien would actually be Matt.
O'Brien would probably be.
Or maybe he would be Ty. And
Maybe
Miles
David would be Izzy.
David would be Izzy.
I think
You
David would be Izzy.
Joe.
I'd be Joe.
I think
100%.
O'Brien would be
Probably Matt, I guess.
probably Matt. I guess that would make Miles Ty.
And then
He doesn't look
Blake's
anything like-
TK and Savannah's Kari.
Oh my god, that means I'm Mimi at no.
But they date each other, so they can't do that.
Dude, I thought that was you.
No, it wasn't me.
That was you.
I swear I thought it was
Straight
you.
up.
I was like, why do you smell so bad?
There's a new Digimon movie coming out.
Really?
They just keep milking the first part. They made Try, which is like the original characters again. And a lot of people complain because they added a new character and she's not like an old character and she's like a focus because she's the new character. So everyone's like,
Is it any good?
From what I've seen, I've seen like up to 4. It's really the first movie seems just sort of like a movie, like they made like a one-off movie for it.
Oh, I meant try.
And then yeah, Try. So they're all movies.
What?
Try is 6 movies
Oh.
sectioned into 4 episodes.
I didn't realize
each.
that.
It's weird. So the first one is, to me seems like a movie. It smells weird.
Oh my god.
It seems just like a movie they made, like a
that's
one-off
called,
movie with like a new character. And then
Blade.
second, I thought was kind of boring. If I remember correctly, the second movie was kind of boring. The third one was interesting because they started introducing more of the. So
Wait,
they have
what are we
these.
talking about now?
There's the new Digimon movies they made. They made
I have-
6 ones that are
what?
split up into 4
No,
episodes
wait,
each.
isn't that the one we started watching?
Try?
No.
Did you watch Try? No.
I only watched like 2 episodes of Try.
Writers were off. Yeah, I haven't watched the whole thing yet, so I can't really say the whole thing. But I liked they introduced these other people that were like Digidestined before them, before these guys,
Yeah.
and their story to me, at least from what I've seen, is interesting to me.
Why is it like-
So Ty is not the first Digidestined?
Try because it's Adventure 3.
What?
So it's Adventure 1 is the first one, Adventure 2 is the second one with Davis and all them, and then it goes to Tamers,
Which like
Frontier,
isn't
Data Squad.
Tamers isn't in or
Cross.
Tamers is in the same universe. But
Tamers
the
is in
next
the
one
same
is
universe,
not.
I think. Yeah, and then
But at
Frontier
some
is.
point, they forget
They're
about
all
Ty.
sort of in the same universe. Like they're
Okay.
all sort of just like spin-offs, sort of. Okay, I could kind of see how that would happen, but
I haven't seen these new movies.
I kind of just wanted to finish it, and then they're making another new one. So 20 cam, dang.
Wait, so what was the last Digimon season?
The last one was
They- they
technically Aptly Monsters, if you want to
they
be
lost
super.
me at the spandex people.
Which one?
The spandex people.
What do you mean by
The
spandex?
one with
They Magical Girl,
yeah.
the Magical Girl one. That one's cool, actually. Like the
No,
ending
wait,
of that one's
no,
really
not-
cool.
The one, not the one where they. Wait, the one they are Digimon.
They are Digimon.
Is that the one where everybody's dressed in spandex the whole time?
No, that's the one after that one.
No, that's
That's
the one
Data
I watched.
Squad.
Yeah. The one with they're actually in the digital world.
I didn't
It's
watch
actually-
much of Data Squad. The only thing I liked about it was they had the burst mode or the blast mode, whatever it's called. I think it's burst mode.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I liked. And they actually have a bunch of Leomon burst mode.
Isn't that the one they reuse Agumon and it's not?
It's
Agumon?
so it's Agumon, but he has fingerless gloves on.
Yeah, and he's like doesn't act anything like Agumon at all. Does he? I
It's a
don't know.
different Agumon. It's a different guy. And he turns Shine Greymon.
Shiny Gray. Oh, Shine Greymon.
Shine Greymon.
Not Shiny Greymon.
Shiny
this is not
Greymon.
Pokemon. Shiny Greymon.
There he is.
And that one's got Galgamon, what is it? I want to say Punimon, but that's not it.
I just remember that everybody in that series wore spandex.
And then
it looked
Falcomon.
super weird because nobody had like an outfit. Like, do you know how normally they all have their like
Just, like, clothes on?
look and they have their character and whatever. These people just all were like they were like Power Rangers.
They get regular clothes, so basically they're part of like this, I guess, government thing that goes around like fighting evil Digimon. And after they go to the digital world, which happens, they basically disband themselves, like they quit, like the government thing, because they figure out they're doing something bad or whatever.
Okay.
And then they actually just wear clothes after that. They don't have their spandex on anymore.
Oh, that
So-
one lost. They lost me at that one. I was.
And then after that is
confused.
Fusions, which is the one that has the Digimon that's every Digimon put together at once.
So like pulling a Gurren Lagann on us.
Like freaking yes, like mega pulling a girl. The final boss, so like usually the final boss is pretty big. It's like a big guy. The final boss of that one is the world.
Oh,
The Digimon actually is a freaking planet. So
I'm just kidding.
yeah, basically,
Uh,
I mean,
that's
kind
kind
of.
of what it sounds like.
I like Shine Greymon. I
I don't remember much about Shine.
Rosemon's good too, although she's really similar to Lilymon, I think it is. Because there's
They were
Lilymon and
trying-
Lilamon, so I can't
think
like
they were
remember
trying
which one's which.
to like nostalgia us. But
They kind of wanted to get, and that's kind of what Shoutmon did, sort of, because he looks to me sort of like Vmon and Gyumon like
well,
fused
that's what
together.
they kind of did. Well, Gyumon was supposed to be the next Agumon, which I actually
Yeah.
liked Gyumon. I actually liked that one.
Takanaman.
I actually liked that one.
When I was a kid, I really disliked the ending or the
don't
end
remember the
part
end.
because what happens is they go to the digital. Obviously, they go to digital world. so normally in the first and second ones, the digital world is like a big part of the whole show, and then in the later seasons, except for the fourth one, they kind of just like go there once, and it becomes like a
Yeah.
big thing.
The third one's like never in the digital world. There's
They-
just Digimon in the real world.
They go there one time usually, and it's like a big deal when they go there. I think they go in the cross
that
or
was
fusions,
the whole, like,
but
appeal of like that was the whole appeal of the first two. It was like the digital world was like this escape,
yeah.
and that was awesome. And then it just like disappeared later. I don't remember.
Attack is 2. Okay, he's not gonna be that bad. So 77, I guess. Burst mode is a great Digimon in this game. Shoutmon is also in this game. It's classics. It's the ABI gain of a rookie. Okay. What is it? So in the fusions. No, what was I don't remember what I was saying. I can't remember. So okay, wait. Yeah, okay. In the third one, I have to go digital world. I was saying why I didn't like the third one, or the ending of the third one. They go to the digital world, and all their friends come, all their lame friends that don't have Digimon, and they get Digimon.
Oh, so everyone just gets.
So everyone gets a Digimon. And Jerry, remember Jerry, the puppet hand girl?
Oh yeah, I remember.
She gets a Digimon, and her Digimon is Leomon. And then at some point, Leomon dies.
Oh, I remember that. Actually,
And
I remember that part.
when Leomon dies, she, I guess, gets possessed by some demon or something, because she like there's like a data stream and like flies into her and she gets like possessed, and then she turns kind of evil. But in my like little child brain, I was like, why is she not talking? I want her to talk. Stop not talking.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay. The shows can be kind of like I've
Yeah,
heard that
it's
about
skewed.
Yu-Gi-Oh a lot. The show actually the stories are really good, but the way it presents itself is like not, except for like the first part. The first part's so iconic and so many people have watched it that
They
it's
never
kind of
really-
like gets a pass,
They
I
never
guess.
even animated the original stuff.
So
though, did
funny.
they?
They did, but it's like very short. It's like a movie. It's not like an actual
It's like-
show. But funny story. GX, remember GX?
Yeah.
So
That's
at
the one with the
Jaden.
Okay, that's Jaden. What's the motorcycle?
That's
one?
5Ds.
Oh, okay.
But Jaden, the Jaden one, I've told you the whole backstory where he's like the demon lord and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's actually pretty cool.
And he actually created a freaking card and sent it into space. I don't know why.
Kaiba it up.
You know, why not?
I'm gonna build a spaceship and send my deck into space.
So, you know,
Because
because literally it was
'Cause I
Kaiba
can
Corp.
do that.
But 2%. Oof. So after he does that, one of his cards, his favorite card, turns evil and like haunts him, and he gets like nightmares, and they have to like literally hypnotize him to stop having nightmares.
Isn't he the one haunted by the Karibo?
Yeah, he has a Kariba. And so after that, after he gets haunted by this thing, they get to the Dark Universe and he becomes the Dark Lord, and then he fuses with his freaking nightmare demon, and and that's where the dub ends. They go to this dark world. They have this climactic final battle.
Orchid was like, that's enough.
They go to this climactic final battle where they're ending in this like white space. Yeah, Yubel. Her name's Yubel. It's a girl. Her name's Yubel. They had like weird ancient lives and stuff, and they duel each other, and so at the end they realize they're all gonna die.
Oh.
Because like the world they're in is collapsing, and in order to save it, they have to fuse together to like become one
What
being
is it
or
with
whatever.
Anime infusion?
I don't know. It's
Like,
cool. It's a cool
I guess,
concept.
But like, it's like final battle fusion.
And then he fuses with Yubel, and that's it for the dub.
They're just
It just ends.
like,
Like everyone's gonna die, and
does
we
it
don't
get
know
much
whether or not.
darker?
I don't know. I think
'Cause
probably.
can
I haven't
imagine
seen
that's
it.
Why it ends at the
But
dub.
I've heard what happens is in the first episode of season 4, which is like the next
Oh,
part.
Dude, she's awesome. Is that you, Belle?
Yeah, it's Yubel.
She has only one tit.
What? No, she doesn't. She has 2 tits.
She has one tit and one peck.
Oh my god, no, she. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, she's
I
a
was
man
like, why is that
girl.
one missing?
I think she's in her previous life. I think she was a dude or something. I don't remember.
That is bizarre.
But anyways, they fuse together to.
She looks
It's
like
basically just
Bakura.
Jaden with her eyes.
It's Bakura.
And so after they fuse, Jaden gets on a spaceship, I guess, and then he crashes to Earth.
And then he dies.
And then everyone, like literally Cyrus is looking up at the sky and he's like, I hope Jaden's okay. And then he turns around and a freaking like, it crashes like right where he was standing. And it's like, what the heck? And then he comes out and he's like, hey everybody, I'm Jaden, I'm back. And they're
Wait,
like,
what?
and then they go on and do more stuff. I don't know what they do after that because I haven't seen it, but I know
Hey
it.
guys, I'm fine. I was the dark one.
I
before,
watched
now
the
I'm
first
good.
episode because I wanted to see like what happened, and I was like, "This is way too weird. I don't know if I can do this," because it's like not like okay. Do you know what happens at the end of the original series?
Doesn't the pharaoh just leave?
Yugi and Yugi fight. They have a duel
Oh, of course.
with each other, and then the pharaoh leaves, and he
Yeah,
takes
I
the
remember-
god
I remember
cards.
the part where the pharaoh leaves. Doesn't Pegasus like die or go?
Pegasus gets like
insane or
crippled.
something?
He gets like crippled or something.
But it never explains why. He's just like.
He
"Oh, I
lost
broke
his
my
eye.
leg
He lost his
dueling."
eye.
Yeah,
I got some Brave Point C's, dude.
because that's why Duke Devlin is mad at Yugi.
Because Pegasus
'Cause
got
he killed, Or
crippled.
he crippled Pegasus.
Actually, Bagora crippled Pegasus, but he thinks it was Yugi.
He thinks it's Yugi.
10,000 XP is nothing anymore, dude. That's crazy. Does it double it? So it'd be 20 then 40? That's not even like anything.
What?
If you can just slam those, then you can get like a ton of them, but... I kind of want to...
Why is there a Piximon?
I kind of want to like cam these dudes up, but
Oh.
It still smells like a freaking...
lemon.
I didn't spray it in here because I didn't want to spray it on you.
Oh.
Look at all these gray hairs. Oh, it's gray.
I'm gonna buy some
Eventually.
You're gonna be.
meats.
You're gonna be a witcher.
Not that many. Buy 5 of these. No wait, buy
I'll have to go gray too.
8 of these.
Witches don't go gray.
They are gray.
No, they're not.
Well, I'm just. It's gonna look like that. I know it's white.
It's not white either.
What is it?
It's just normal. Only one Witcher is white.
Oh, I guess you're just gonna be Geralt then.
Thank you.
What about Siri?
Stop.
That is not correct.
That is not correct.
What about Siri?
Hmm?
Isn't
Yeah,
her hair
was-
white?
No, Siri's hair was already white.
Her hair was already gray.
But why is her hair already gray?
Because
Because
she's,
she just has gray hair.
that's just her hair color.
That's weird.
Geralt's called the White Wolf because he has white hair.
He's coughing. Now he's
He
freaking out.
is?
He
Did
wa-
you
I was
choke him?
feeding him stuff and he's like coughing.
He doesn't
looks
like
he's
that.
coughing.
33. What do I
Doesn't
got?
like it.
Okay.
Digimon. Best meat.
Ew. 5.
Ah,
5.
Wait, is the
5.
is it ranked
what?
in terms of best?
10.
So is there like second best meat?
No, it's random.
Oh, okay.
Miracle meat. There's also like fun meat or exciting meat.
Exciting me, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between best meat and exciting meat?
So the exciting
You
meat
had
can get up to
exciting meat.
20, I think, and this can only, I think, get up to maybe 10.
I thought best meat would be the best.
Oh my god.
There's miracle meat.
Why would best meat be the best?
I don't know.
Come on, Dark Dream on. Okay. I could just do 2
Does
more.
that Digimon have a hat?
Oh.
Like
My
is it-
Hello, 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 hello. Bancho Leomon is not freaking budging, dude.
He's acting like a real Bancho right now.
Give me that 10. Dang it.
By the way, did you see that guy back there in the background was complaining about cleaning?
This guy?
He was?
Yeah, he was like, why do I have to clean? Isn't that Mirie's job?
Is that like a double centaur? Like he's got a man face and a horse face?
Yeah.
He's
What?
Sleipnir.
He's also a Power Ranger.
He's a centaur that's
Yeah,
also
he's-
Sleipnir.
He's literally like a Megazord and also a centaur.
Is it
and-
Sleipnir? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Odin's horse, the 6-legged
Can I draw
Odin
the
horse.
flesh version of him?
Flesh?
Like with like it's
Flesh? Flesh version?
the flesh version.
I need the flesh version.
I mean, like the flesh version of this Megazord.
This Megazord? Ew.
You should make a figure that's like Megazord version flesh.
version flesh.
I'm
Batman
gonna...
version flesh.
I know this is gonna be dumb. This is gonna be so dumb.
Cloud.
I'm very sorry about this. Is it 2? I think it's 2.
What are you doing?
Where is it? Here it is. Okay.
Is that how you act after you eat?
Yeah!
10. Only 10 on that one. That's okay.
Yeah!
That's what you do, Miles.
Oh yes!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! I'm gonna get Banco Leomon and Dake Dramon.
Drake Dramon. Josh Dramon.
Josh Dramon. I'm Josh Dramon. And my brother Drake Dramon.
This is my brother, Drake Dramon. I watched that show. Drake Dramon and
Josh Dramon? No. No, I don't want to go there! What you looking at?
I'm just looking at random Gundam things, but I'm not learning much.
Okay. Drake Dramon. Is there a Drake Dramon? Drake means dragon, right? So, or it's just like a word that can mean similar to dragon.
Means dragon.
A Drake is a dragon without wings.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a dragon has 4 legs and 2 wings, and a Drake has 4 legs but no wings.
That sounds right. It's like a lizard.
Yeah, it's like a lizard.
Drake, I think, is like lizard or something. A dragon. What about a wyvern? Has 2 legs and 2 wings.
Yeah, wyverns are cool. I like wyverns. What's the one?
And ridiculous hitboxes.
There's one that's like, it's a weird. It's like an amphortite or something like that,
What?
and it's got 2 wings and no legs.
Ew! I like those two. Like Platinum Numemon.
So Examon's a dragon because he's got 4 legs and 2
Yes.
wings.
He's a full-on dragon.
He's a dragon. It's gonna take forever. Although not as long as just waiting for him to just get cam normally, I guess. Sorry about this. I know it's kind of boring just running away from fights, but you know, whatever. I wonder what he's at. I think he's at like 40 right now. I just want to check. He's at 43, okay. So I'm at about halfway there. It's pretty good. I'm being completely honest.
How much do you get for this?
1.
Is it actually working?
It's 1% per, yeah. Understandable, have a nice day.
That's cool. It's a little dumb, but
Yeah, it's kind of
at
dumb.
least it works.
Yeah. I wish it was like Pokemon where you got it for walking around with them. But, I mean, this is fine.
Kind of the same.
It's fine too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not much difference. Sort of works out to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd be escaping from battles just walking instead of standing still. Or turning battles off as much as you can.
Yeah. Which I think if I get... I'd have to get like a mega... what's it called? Vaccine Digimon, I think? Which I think I have in Bancho Leomon, so...
For the permanent block, or the 100% block.
Yeah.
High security level
3.
3.
3 for perma block. I also don't want to go too far, so I might just check every so often. $49. Okay, that's actually way less than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like at 50 something, 51 or 52. So now we're halfway.
Is it possible to fail one of these escapes?
Not. I did it low level ones because I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I think I could if it was higher stuff, but I think because these guys are so low level, I don't think I can actually. And I also have
never
this.
failed an
I could
escape.
just do this, or Never mind. I took the one out that had it.
There was a move though.
There's a move.
I don't know if we've ever failed an escape though, like in the past.
I don't know. Maybe not. Could not escape is the mission on fail. Okay.
Okay.
So you can not escape, but I don't know if we have. I don't know if we ever really wanted to.
I think it's happened before, like really early on.
Probably has. We never just didn't notice.
We haven't really escaped too many battles until now.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna check like every 5 because it's menial and I'm just like I can't understand how many I've done.
Does it actually go up by 1 per, or is it like some?
It's 1 per encountered, so like it doesn't matter if you actually fight it or not.
Okay.
It's just like yeah.
That's fine.
Be nice if it was like 1 or 2.
1.3.
On average, you get 1.5. Or if you get all 2s, which would be probably unlikely, would be
Still be on average.
yeah. Digimon are the champions. Wukong boy, here we go. Sorry, I'm freaking grinding. Sorry.
This game's got some silly mechanics, but you know that's how it goes.
Yeah. Sneaking on to see what's up.
Dang, dude, you're gonna get in trouble. What's up, Wukong boy? So you gotta pronounce the extra O.
Boy, buoy.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, dude.
Jacket. Yeah, they have a way to balance every system, but the fact that you have to do this is kind of like, well, I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do tonight to the thing.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna let me download it. It's
Dang.
fine.
63.
We might have to do these last few as highlight reels.
Okay. That'd be okay.
Yeah, this is gonna take me a lot of time.
I can do it.
You
I don't have anything to do on
definitely-
Friday.
You definitely have until Friday.
Okay.
Like, that's the last day. that might even be too late.
Dang.
I'll try to. I'll see what I can do tonight.
Okay.
Otherwise.
Let's cut all this out, you know. So he's on 63. It kind of sucks that he needs to be on 100. I wish he just needed to be on like 70 or something.
What do you
like
think
that.
his Boncho jacket says?
It says, is it in Digimon or is it in is it in Japanese?
So I don't know.
It's in Japanese, it looks like. So we probably could. I mean, even if it wasn't Digimon, you could figure it out. But
What if it? Oh wait, is there a real language?
there's a Digi. So on Omnimon, it's on his sword.
It says stuff though.
It says stuff.
What?
It's. I think it just says Transcendent or whatever. It's called the Transcendent Sword.
Dang.
So there's like glyphs in like the first season. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
they
if
made it
use
like
that.
mean something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's literally just English letters.
Wait, what?
I think they just translated it 1-to-1 to English.
Oh,
like
it's just a cipher.
it's just a yeah. It's like a
Digicode.
cipher. Digicode.
Digicode is a system of letters, Japanese alphabets and English alphabet.
Okay, so there's 2 versions. There's a Japanese version and an English version.
No,
Oh.
it just represents both.
Oh, it represents both. Okay, I see. So they can use that instead of like Japanese or English in the show, and they can just be like, "Oh, look, it's a thing."
It says it replaces most instances of Japanese and English language in the digital world. There's several instances where kanji or English letters are still used anyway.
Like the signs, sometimes the signs, like because those are like human things, so they can't put Digimon speak on those.
No, I'm saying in the digital world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess because humans.
Well, they have like stop signs.
Who made the
like,
digital world?
railroad signs? Humans. I
Explain
think
that.
technically it like existed before humans, and we just found it. We thought we made it, but we found it.
What shape is it?
It's like a Taurus, I think.
Oh yeah.
And there's a big tree in the center of the Taurus.
Oh yeah. Then it's not a Taurus, is it?
Well, I don't know. It still is a Taurus. The tree, you can't get there.
You can't get to the tree.
It's just there.
Is that part of the digital world?
It's
Or is it just a
Yggdrasil.
tree?
I don't know if that's... I'm probably spouting nonsense. That's probably not right. None of that's probably correct.
Let's see what we got here.
Does it look like those, like, diagrams of the observable universe where it's like this big, like, wormhole thing and it's like in an orb?
I think in the first season it's just a planet.
Okay, it's just like a planet.
Yeah.
I remember in 3 they expand it so it's like this big universe. It's not just like a single point or whatever, like that one world. All delete. Okay.
The digital world can be traced to the Atanasoff Berry computer.
The heck is the Atanasoff Berry computer?
So there's multiple Earths and multiple digital worlds and multiverse, and each Earth could have multiple digital worlds. And they're parallel. The digital world is parallel Earth's geography and topography,
Yeah, because they're in
which
the...
means it's flat.
in part of the first season, they literally look up in the sky and the digital world is up there, and they're like, "Look, it's Africa" or whatever. Like they can see the whole planet. And they see it's literally just freaking.
I see my Africa from here.
Yeah.
All delete.
Yeah. I think the canon says something too.
Digicode. Digimojis.
Digimojis, no.
That's what it's called. Dark Spiral.
The Dark Spiral.
Wind Guardians.
Wingardium Leviosas.
Metal Empire. Dark Area. Ooh. Angemon. Badge. Anubismon.
Anubismon is cool. I think it's the evolution of Mummymon, if I remember correctly.
These are all the writings that are on Digis.
Okay.
It doesn't say what they say, though.
Interesting. Maybe they don't know what they all say. They probably do. It probably just doesn't have
This
it on
sign says Innsmouth, but it literally has not... It's not one-to-one.
Okay.
I think it might be Japanese.
Maybe it's the Japanese part.
Insumausu, yeah.
Insumasu.
The Japanese, it's Japanese one-to-one.
Okay, 11. 11 more.
To the hiragana or whatever.
Okay. So that's 10 more. Need to do 10 more. Nine. What's Bancho Leomon's thing say? 8.
8.
8.
I gotta like scroll to him.
Okay. 7.
He's not on here.
It's not. It's in Japanese. It's not in Digi speak.
What?
Digicode.
No. What? Does he have any other names?
Bancho Leomon?
Yeah, because he's not on this list.
Oh. I don't think so.
It says Digimon with inscribed Digicode, and he's just not on the list.
He's not on Digicode. He's Japanese on this.
God damn it! You're right.
You just go to Bancho Leomon, just like
Yeah,
look it up,
you're right.
and then just see like on his coat is written up yours
Up yours.
in Japanese.
Tunnel snakes.
I think I have 3 left. I was counting and I stopped.
says, drum roll, please.
Yeah, I have 3 left.
I alone am honored in heaven and on earth.
That's cool.
Tenjo Tenge Yuiga Dokusan.
That's some real Bancho stuff.
Yeah. Tenjo Tenge, by the way, is a really good
Tenjo Tenge.
fighting manga.
Tengus Mongus.
Check it out.
I think that's right. Yep, 100.
It's a good shonen because it ends up with freaking like superpowered devil gins level stuff.
Dude, I want to watch Kuroko no Basket because it's basketball and it's supposed to be sort of realistic, but it
Yeah.
ends up just being like Dragon Ball Z
That's awesome.
because they give like names and stuff to like their
Moves,
techniques that they
yeah.
use, and it's like you're just playing basketball. You know,
That's so sick, dude.
but it's funny. So I kind of want to watch it just
That's
because
awesome.
it's like, and they're freaking like firing like kamehamehas to like pass the ball and stuff.
That's so sick. That's amazing. I want to rewatch or reread Air Gear. I love that stuff, man. It's so cool.
Oh no, back to the sirens.
I know. Every time we're quiet, it's like the loudest thing in the
I know. 42. I think he's 70. If I'm being super... I might just have to go until he's all the way up, though. Dang. Wish that would have happened first. Sirens and Flames ASMR. You go to one of those ASMR channels and they're like, okay, today we're gonna be doing fire ASMR, and they're just holding fire in their hands. It's like
That'd be awesome.
speed charge.
I just thought, wait, have you been fighting this guy? I feel like he hasn't. been showing
No,
up that
this
much.
hasn't. I haven't seen this one very much. I think I should at least get to 70, but okay, these guys. Digimon Data Squad.
Monsters X.
Did you cross?
Digital Monsters Cross.
Yeah. Cross.
It's 3D. Oh my god. It's Star. There's no humans in it. It's literally Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. Da, 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 dun, 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 dun,
I'm just kidding. It's not literally Beast Wars. But it probably was inspired by Beast Wars.
Because it's a fully 3D,
Fully 3D, yes.
animal-based evolution simulator.
Yeah, pretty much. Hurricane touchdown.
Oops. Well, wasted my turns that I got extra. Now only I'll be able to kill one dude. Which, I mean, I would have been able to kill one dude anyways, but, you know. Would have been nice to get an attack on a dude.
So, how many Digimon stories are about viruses? Is that
Quite a lot
common?
of them, actually.
Yeah, I imagine. But
So-
is it all of them?
All of them have like a moment where except for maybe I think Ken digivolves Stingmon and he becomes like evil for some reason one time. But most of the time there's like a scene where they digivolve their Digimon like against their will and they like become like corrupted
Oh.
and they become like dark versions of like what they would have become.
Almost a virus.
It's like kind of virusy.
Like a hack.
The third Digimon movie is focused on a virus,
Mhm.
and the second one is also kind of focused on a virus. And I guess the first one, but like, that's kind of a more vague one.
Right. The eggs.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save in case this doesn't work out.
Island of the Lost Digimon. Runaway Locomon.
Okay, what does he need? Attack 55, 255? Okay, 11 more. I could do Bancho Leomon, but that's no good.
That's no good.
Dang, I wish I got the combo boy on here. Dang it. Did it again. Well, it doesn't matter that much, but... Got him. Wind claw. Yeah. Boncholiamon, I think, is at. He should be like at close to like 100 probably, because I gave him those big boy meat.
The best meat.
The best meat.
He's like at 80, and but Draymon's at 185. So. Okay, two more. Just one more level should do it. Yeah, and this is a good one. This is a good setup. Oh, if that crits like once or twice, it might kill him.
One hit. Oh,
Ah.
so close. 1 + 1.
Just try Nightmare, see how that works. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be crazy.
Is it happening?
It's happening.
Oh.
So I'm gonna save because I'm afraid it's gonna mess up a bit, and the ABI isn't gonna be 200. It might be like 199, which would be funny.
Oh god.
This doesn't matter too much. Darkdramon, Fuse, Consume Boncholiamon. He's at. Okay, here we go. Darkdramon and Boncholiamon.
Yo, the vectors.
This is Chaosmon.
Chaos.
Yeah, 196 as expected.
As expected.
I thought it wasn't gonna work.
Oh. Wow.
You know what time that is?
Reset.
Reset the boy time.
Bantio Blade.
Bancho Blade. Need 3 more. I'm keeping physical drain. I'm gonna use Panic Wisp at all. Or Shock. I mean, obviously this doesn't matter. I'm gonna just reset, but... Because I want to get him to at least 200, so... I wasn't sure how much he would have gone up. So... Bantio Blade. Neutral damage tends to fluctuate.
The heck?
Int penetrating extra strong dark attack on one foe. 50%
Dang.
chance of inflicting crystallization.
Dang, what's that?
I don't actually know. And then increases damage given by 30, but also increases damage received by 30. And then literally he just has Boncholiamon and Darkdramon as his hands.
I know.
Like-
He's freaking. I'm gonna say it.
What's his sword say?
Okay.
Chaosmon.
Oh, it's got 3 characters?
It's got 3 boyos.
Wait. I gotta bring the page back.
There's also a second version of this guy you can make called Valdor Arm, where you use Velduramon instead of, I think, Boncholiamon. So you have Darkdramon and Velduramon.
It says. Honestly, it just says Chaosmon.
Really?
Wait. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wait. It says Chaos.
So it's Chaos?
Yeah. It depends on where you're looking at it. It's different depending on the property. Like in certain games it says Chaos. I think in other designs it says Chaosmon.
Vilduramon and Bonchaleon. Okay, so not Darkramon.
Giga Stick. Giga Stick. Stick it to him. Is it rando or is it? Oh wait, you just have to do it again. Get a little
Yeah.
extra. Get a little extra.
Yeah, I gotta. This will probably be the last thing we do.
All right.
So. I just gotta. Oops, not Walker.
Giga Stick.
I just gotta get him to 50 and he'll Digivolve to Darkramon and then get Darkramon to 83. Jung jung. Meow meow. Thanks. Oh, come on. Got him. Okay, that's it for Gigadramon. One fight. That's all you need. I think. Maybe I need some more stats or something, but... Nope. So I need to get Darkramon to 83 now. Here we go again. More sirens. Whew. Got him. Okay, come on. Yeah, baby. That was probably what happened. I got 48 from that, and I thought it was 44 from something else. Like this fight or whatever. Oh dang, that was a crit and it was only 35 damage. Attack down.
Vilduramon.
Vilduramon. So it's got to be 83 or close to 83. At least past 255 attack, which is not too hard to get. No, not Vulcan Napalm. Okay, this probably should be it.
Smack that.
Dang!
Dang it.
Playing an app?
Me?
Playing the
No.
hit someone's butt? App?
I'm watching you smack
Okay.
things with your tongue.
Tongue?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Look.
Oh.
It's just
One more fight, and this will be it for this boy. This is the best fight I get, also. Because I don't have to, like, worry about character reversal.
a weakness.
Yeah. This guy just takes 3 boys.
That is fucking worst.
So good. There we go.
Did it work?
Yep.
Whee! Now you gotta get rid of 11 skills. Congrats.
Yeah, I got him.
That's the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
What? Just
The Bancho head.
the bunch of Leomon head.
He freaking took his head and
He's got his
stabbed it.
chains, he's got his hair,
He
he's got his
impaled
hat.
The Bancho on a sword and
got-
then carried it around as a weapon.
He's got freaking light dark motif going on with the coat.
What if Mega Man just cut the Maverick's head off and then used it as a weapon?
That would be freaking awesome.
That'd be horrible.
I'm now a famed.
Penguins
Cyber
are
sleuth.
freaking rare.
I'm now a famed cyber sleuth. Okay.
They're endangered.
I don't care.
Good night.